everyone, and welcome back to another live stream. I'm your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield. I made it just in time. I pulled up into the driveway like on the dot. That's why I'm 2 minutes late. But we just defeated the traffic. And by the way, I didn't turn all my lights on yet because I wanted to show you. I walked into my room and I was like, why is my room green? And then I was like, So apparently the super chats work even if I'm not streaming. You turned my room green before I even got on. Thank you, Robert, for the super chat. What's up? It's a Lord of the Rings live stream. Enjoy the green lighting as you walk into your room, LOL. I didn't even know it worked like that, Robert. I guess Robert knew that before I did. My lighting was actually on, and I just like walked to my room and opened the door, and everything was just glowing green. And I was like, what the heck? And then I was like, oh, it must be a super chat. I didn't know that worked like that. I was like, yay! After I figured it out, look, 10 seconds later. Oh. What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. All right, let me actually turn a little better lighting here for us. Okay. All right, there we go. That's better. Now the camera can actually focus on me a little bit. All right. So welcome everyone to another live stream. Starting the stream very green today. It's very we like Ents. All right. So appreciate it. Appreciate it. What's up, Bort? What's up? Shade. Hello, Lord Kev. We're all here, right? Yeah. See everybody. What's up? What's up, Odie? Gandalf? Oh, Ice. What's up? Welcome, welcome. All right, so I have one quick thing to show you guys real fast before we kind of like get into it. Let me just make sure. Does my audio all sound right here? Yeah. Oh yeah, we're good. You guys can hear me. Just making sure. Yeah, what's up? Welcome, welcome. So we're gonna do a little Lord of the Rings traveling around today. You can just hang out with me. Some of my kin can come if they'd like to walk around with me, but I am gonna kind of just move along real quick. So we're gonna just do some exploring. I'm not sure. You guys let me know. I kind of want to try somewhere like a lot of you haven't seen very often. Anyone got, even if it's an older location, Lord of the Rings Online, we'd love to think about it. I have something kind of cool I want to show you real quick. Just because we're streaming and I like to give you guys little sneak peeks if you're here live for the stream or watching later. But you get the first official if you're here live, obviously. But everyone else is gonna see this when it's a video in a day or so too. I got some items. They were a really good price. Well, actually, my family members got me 2 of them. So I'm going to open up some very cool things real quick. So, by the way, remember that helmet I was telling you guys? Again, my family member got me this helmet for my big Christmas present, which was a wonderful blessing, and I was so excited. And I have, for my birthday, which are very close together, as you all know, it's the 30th of December. So, but I got a Seal Doors helmet. Thanks to Robert. He was like, the site we use, it's out. I was like, yes. So I got it. So I'm going to show you it real quick. I got another thing too that I'm going to show you, but I want to kind of actually make an unboxing video with that. But the helmet I'm going to show you right now because I already opened it. But I want to open the other thing out of the brown part and just show you what it is, but I'm not going to take the other thing all out. So, but we will look at the helmet up close real quick. So let's just look at it real fast, and then we're going to get straight into Lotro, okay? So I know this is unusual. Usually I just jump right into Lotro for you guys, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to show you. So give me 1 sec. Let me grab it. How is the mic, by the way? I had to repair this entire mic stand on the wall because it, before last week's stream, last weekend, it just broke out of the wall. And I was like, no! And I had to completely redo its support things and special, wall attachments so it doesn't do that. I think I just yanked it too hard and it just, I didn't use the spring correctly. So tell me if everything's good with the audio, but I am gonna slightly adjust this though. Like there. Just so it's aimed a little more towards my talking so it doesn't block it out. All right, there we go. That maybe a little better like that. Nice, crisp, good, great to hear. Okay, I have a pretty nice. We were just talking about this in Discord. I have a nice cover on this thing. It looks like a tire, I know, but it really helps with the sound quality of the mic. And I have all like my mic settings exactly how I want it, and also on the system, and then the in recording system exactly the level I want it. That's why you never get echoes really. And also my room, because I have a lot of stuff all over the walls, and the, you know, this blanket, and I have this big thing over my window, and you know, my bed's over here hidden on the other side. It kind of like, my room isn't much bigger than what you see, so it's like pretty small actually. I'm not quite sure how I fit it all in here, but I do. It's my work area, it's my armory, it's my office, it's my bedroom. It's everything. But yeah, so I really don't have any echo problems because I took a class on this in university. I never thought I'd end up using it for YouTube, which is fantastic. It helped me. But audio engineering and recording, where I actually did special recording sessions in big booths where, you know, they have it all soundproofed and stuff. So I learned what to listen for if you're having that problem, if you need to soundproof a room, that kind of thing. But it was cool. It's a fun conversation that we had on Discord today. All right, let's open it up. You guys are waiting. Here we go. All right, I think I'm just gonna stand right here so I have enough room to, let's see. Okay. The helm of a seal door! The helm of a seal! I mean, door. A seal door. Do you guys ever realize that a seal door's name is literally just like the animal, a seal, and a door? I don't know, just pointing that out. I thought that since I was a kid, but yeah, I might ask them about getting another one of these cards, because it came with like a giant gash right in the center. Remember the other helmet came with that too? I guess they like put it where the helmet could just stab it. I don't know why they do that, but let me do one thing here real quick. Brighten this up a little bit. There we go. So anyway, there's the card. And then we got the certificate of authenticity. Again, they didn't label which one, but I think its number I'll tell you in a second. Look at it. It's gorgeous. Yes, thank you, Lord Kev. I love it. Look at their matching set. Glorious. And this is another one that I think I could wear really well. But it looks really nice. And there's the number in there. Can you see it? I'm going to have to read it. It's number 1428 out of 2000. Now, I'm trying to remember if this one is a remake of the original that the Unite Cutlery made, but I'm pretty sure with this one and this one, they only made 2,000 of them. So I think this one may have been made, 20 years ago, and it's just been sitting in a box. It's nice and oily. They wanted to keep it from rusting. It looks great. Look at these designs on the back. There's it focused. Look at that. Yeah, anyway, it's friggin' awesome. I'm pretty happy. I'm curious if it fits on my face. The other one fit. See, because a lot of the newer ones they've made, like these two, they made it for a much smaller head, I guess, where they weren't quite as just generically large, like this one is. So, these two don't really fit me very good. And I think even if I lost a little weight on my face, I still don't think they'd fit me because I've got a really big skull. But I can fit this one and Gimli's, all the original 5. But for some reason, the newer ones, the Rohirrim ones, I can't seem to fit them. I have a really big head though, so that might be the problem. One sec. Let's see if we can get this on over here. What? I had hat hair. Oh yeah, heck yeah. Well, let's see. I mean, if I do it forward a little, oh, that's about right. Yeah. Heck yeah. That looks pretty freaking awesome. Dude, and I want a whole suit of armor. Just like, go full, like, you know, Numenorian. That looks pretty freaking, that is cool. Look at the back. That's pretty freaking awesome. Now I want a whole set of armor for this thing. It gets a little tight on the forehead, but that's going to happen. It's actually surprisingly comfortable. There is a little bit of a interesting thing straight on. It's a little bit off, isn't it? Interesting. I mean, that might be purposeful, though. I'm not sure. The wings look fantastic. It's pretty cool. All right. Oh, I'm going to pull this thing off real quick. Over here. Oh. Get off my head. Yeah, I mean, that fits pretty good. All right. So... All right, and now I have two other things to show you real quick as well. So that's pretty cool. What's up, Alvin? Yeah, so I don't even remember what I got here. I can't show you the other side. I got my personal information there. But let's So I got these on really good price, by the way. So, and they were very happy. So, I definitely, thanks to everyone for the support. Thanks again to my fantastic family members who got me some of these gifts, too. I appreciate it. All right. It's going to be very fun. I'm going to be definitely making these into full-on videos later. All right. Oh, this is like a smaller box and a much larger box. Now, this one I'm not going to fully take out right now, but I just want to show you. Oh, look at that. So I already have this sword. Hammer sword. It's right over here. So, this is the sheath. So, again, I don't know if it's doing inversion on the letters. It probably is inverting them. Just the way I have my camera. I'm not sure if it's doing that for you or not. But anyway, very cool. Hammer! Horse Lord! So, very excited about that. There's that one. I'm going to turn this into an opening video later, and I'll make this for you, but I'm giving you guys a sneak peek and seeing what they are. So if you're here, or watching the stream later. Alright, and there's actually one other thing, too. One other thing! For some reason, this one's bigger! It's like Christmas all over! Well, technically, these are my birthday presents, like, really late. Because we were trying to find the helmet. And so we were like, okay, well, just no gifts. Let's just try to find the helmet, me and my family member. And then Robert sent me the message. It's like, hey, you know, it's on sale. So I got that. And then when we were buying it, my mom was like, why don't we get you that one, too? I was like, really? She's like, yeah. You know, cool mom like that. So that was kind of fun. I was only expecting one. I don't want to ruin the box. Oh, this one actually is. Oh, this one doesn't really have a cover. This one's actually the thing, like in the styrofoam. Interesting. So this is actually its box. So I believe what this one is. Let me just pull it up here. I'll just take it out that side. We'll just look at it. I already did something the other day. So anyway, turn into a later video. Whoa. All right. We got styrofoam. Yeah, I bought styrofoam. Hopefully that didn't, I'll double check that later. All right. Let's see here. I better open this like this or it's gonna end bad. Bum, bum, bum. Ah, there it goes. Good. $50-50. I'm probably opening on the wrong side. Top. Yep, 50. I was wrong. Wrong side. We'll open it this way. Styrofoam in a box. Yes. Oh. We have a sword. Not just any sword. This is the sword of Faramir, Captain of Gondor. Just so he can show his quality of how nice his sword. Wow, look at that. Okay, that sounds a little weird. I take that, you know. You know what I'm saying. Look at this. Wow, that actually is a quality sword though. Look at that. That's freaking awesome. Take this off. They got a little protective thing on here so we don't stab someone. That's good. You know, gotta have your little I like the little protective thing so you don't stab someone with it. Oh, look at that, you guys. Look at it. Whoa, look at that insignia. See if we can get it to focus on my hand here. Oh, look at that. It's got like, is that a double swan or something? What is that? It almost looks like a double swan or something. Like, it's upside down though. It should be like this. It's two of them. And then there's like the hilt. Really cool. And the green handle. Gosh, this is a nice sword. This is a good sword. Do you guys ever see that Lego meme where he says it like the kid? This is a good sword. And he just walks away. He doesn't get back to him. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Wow, it's really balanced well for a pop replica. Like, I can easily do this with my hands and wield it. Wow. It's a big sword. The fact that I can hold it like that without it just crushing my wrist is quite impressive. I think this is really doing a good counterbalance where the weight is like right, you know, here somewhere. So it's maybe a little heavy because usually you want the balance like right here. I think the balance is like right here, but that's still pretty good. Pretty friggin' awesome. I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, that's what we'll cover that for today. So let's do some Lotro. I just thought I'd give you guys a little sneak peek on that. All right. What a gorgeous sword. So excited whenever I get a new replica weapon. That's been me since I was like 12 years old. Oh, I got a new axe. Oh, I got a new sword. All right. Well, let us continue. Yeah, I was thinking maybe for they're swans like Dol Amroth. I do think so, Ice, possibly. Yeah, it's a beautiful hilt. You were sent a mighty gift. Yes, Game Revive, exactly. Stoneform. And a box. Yeah, we talk. Okay. Double dubs of peace after war. Oh, maybe. No, that's the sword he had during all the war, though. Like during Oscillion's war. This looks bad in my background. So let me move it. Movie magic. Watch this. Ready? Clean. You're like, no, you did. It's on the ground. Shh. It's not on the ground. It's clean. Movie magic. It's not in camera. I usually keep my room pretty organized, but lately I have a lot of replica videos to make and things to do. There's a little pile down there of things I want to cover for you guys. Vigo said, yeah, okay, cool. All right, we're switching to Lotro. Here, let's turn on the game. So again, like we were talking a minute ago, everybody, thank you for liking the stream, by the way. If y'all throw a like on there if you're here, and you would, I appreciate it greatly. Or if you're watching later as a video, Or you want to subscribe and you're not subscribed. But I'm pretty sure most people here live are subscribed. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Let us get Lotro on here. So it's going to come on in a second. So I want to do a little bit of exploring here. I thought like an hour and a half we'll kind of explore and run around. I want to show you, again, we are streaming in very high quality, so we're going to put this up here in a second. I'm going to definitely do it on Zollin because I have the most areas explored on him, so I can kind of go anywhere. Do you guys want to explore the outer part of the new area of, Umbar? Like outside the city that we didn't do in the other stream the other weekend? Or would you rather go to a totally different area that's just we don't commonly go to in Lord of the Rings Online and explore it? So you guys just let me know. Unfortunately, it looks like it is nighttime in the game. I really would love on Lotro a system where you, for your character individually, you could turn on whatever time of day or night you want. So then it would change the music to that time or whatever. Because if you didn't know in Lotro, like in the Shire, if you're at nighttime in the Shire, there's actually different music playing that's like more beautiful and, you know, pretty night music. And then like the daytime, it's like all cheery and da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know if you guys realize that. That's a big thing in Lotro. So time actually will change music and sound effects and ambiance, right, of certain things, you know, cicadas or whatever. So yeah. Explore more unknown environments. Oh, nice. Buy a new PC. Debating on playing. Oh, cool. Well, if you're buying a brand new PC, I'm almost 100% sure you'll be able to play Lotro. That's one of the good parts about Lotro. How about go to the Glittering Caves? So, the trick of the Glittering Caves is the only way you can actually look inside the Glittering Caves is I actually have to do the epic battle to be in there. And it does look awesome, but I don't really want to do the epic battle right now. So that's a little bit of a downside. I kind of wish they had a version of the Glittering Caves you just walk around in, right? That would be cool. But so you'd have to like join the instanced battle and actually do it, and then you can kind of walk around. I guess we could just go inside the thing, not do it, and just let it loose and just look around. We could do that. I guess we could do that. That is true. Moria during the 7th. Yeah, I mean, Moria has some pretty cool places, and it doesn't matter if it's nighttime or daytime in Moria. Oh, you're doing Glittering Caves right now? That's so funny. Yeah, Return to Moria is a fun game. It is very fun. Yeah, so we could do some exploring of Moria and bounce around if you guys wanted to do that. Let's run a little poll for the there's 30. Oh, wow, there's a lot of us here. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Let me do a poll for you guys, and I'm gonna pop over to Lotro real quick. Let me switch my screens to Lotro. So hold on 1 minute and switch. We're over there on Lotro. And then let me just switch to this, activate that, do this, switch to, okay. Oh, I think I did that pretty fast. Yeah, so let's do a little poll here real fast. So I'm going to add 3 options, and then we'll go from there. So engage, start a poll. All right. So where to explore? You know what's weird about explore, the word? I always find it weird. I always feel like there should be like an S or something because of the X makes the S sound, but I don't know, it just feels weird. Sorry, moving on. Do you guys want to do parts of Moria? Do you guys want to do other, we'll say outside Umbar? We're not going in the city. Or an older location. Boom, there. The older location will be anything in like Eriador or possibly Ruovanian, okay? So let's just get this real quick. If you want to vote, vote. And then we will start doing our exploration here. I will have the final say, thank you, but they're new at the boss. All right. All right, we got 8 votes. That's pretty good. There's 21 of you. We got 8 votes. That's pretty good. Welcome, everyone, to the stream. Welcome, welcome. We are going to do an exploring episode today. This will be fun. So if you want to vote, vote in the poll if you can. If you're listening and you can't because you're driving or something, then don't. I understand, but we're gonna get going here in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and put my headset on. All right, yes. We are set. Okay, tighten that a little bit. There we go. Perfect. All right. And hit the like button. Oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks, Odie. All right, so we have 10 votes, which is a lot. We got 50% of the vote. That's pretty good. We have a pretty overwhelming on another location, like an older location. It's somewhere in Middle Earth here. So I'll leave that up for about another 60 seconds. But until that time, let me kind of figure out and decide where we haven't really explored on the channel recently. Let's see here. What could be a good place? Let's see. I'm trying to think something that has really pretty spots to see. We've kind of explored this area quite a bit. We've kind of been to the Iron Hills. This area can be a little desolate, even though it's got some pretty spots. The Elder Slades. I mean, the Wells of Langflood. How much have we explored this area? Like, I know you guys have seen, like, right here during our videos when we got our homestead houses, but I haven't really explored the rest. It's really pretty. Vales of Anduin is very, very pretty as well. Oh, there's this big lake over here, too. That's an option. We also could do... Let's see here. Yonder Shire, we did a whole video and stream on where we all walked around. So I think that one everyone's kind of seen. How much have we really done Evendim? It's one of my favorite places. I'm kind of thinking that we kind of see this is where Numenos is. So this was the capital of Arnor. That would be really fun to see. The North Downs is actually quite pretty. A lot of people haven't really probably seen that as much as they would. Angwar's like, eh. I don't really like visually. It's like, eh. What about the Edidwaith? How many of you have seen the Edidwaith? That's kind of like a not really explored very often. The Ragian's very pretty. It would be pretty at night too. Dunland, it's fine. It's kind of like a little bit too hilly. It's kind of hard to see anything. Everyone's seen Ered Luin like crazy if you started the game. And I've played a lot in that area. Land of the Giants. Land of the Giants, where's that? The Misty Mountains? Oh! Wait, now we're tied with Moria. Alright guys, you're gonna have to, someone else is gonna have to vote. I don't want to have to do I don't want to have to be the, you know, house leader and have to like cut the vote. Alright, so if we did Moria, there's some very beautiful spots in Moria. The Waterworks is really pretty. I know some of our Return to Moria fans probably want to see Lotra's version of Moria. I have covered it and other things in the past, but it's really fun to see the gardens of Duran's Way are really pretty. The 21st Hall is cool. So we could bounce around with the horse places and just look real quick as we go. Oh, the Evendim's west side. That is very pretty too, Odie. That is very pretty. All right, so technically the vote is now, we have 14 votes, and it is majority for Moria. So, and since it is nighttime for everyone who voted the other one, I think that might be the way to do it for this particular stream. I'm gonna do more of these guys. Don't worry, we'll have lots. So I think we'll hit up Moria. I think that's what we're gonna do. Now you tied it again. 15 votes. I see what you guys are doing.
How can I be of
I
service?
see. You're trying to make me just stand here all day and be undecisive. I think we're gonna go ahead and end with, we're gonna do Moria and the poll because it's nighttime and it's gonna be nighttime for like the next hour and a half. So I think we'll do Moria because it doesn't matter if it's nighttime or not. So let's do that. Again, I had a lot of stuff going on today, but I really wanted to have a stream with you guys. So that's why I gave you many hours heads up, but I pushed it an hour and a half, which was good because I barely made it home. But you know, that's kind of how it goes. I'm gonna have to go to West Bree, I think, to get there. I'm trying to remember how I can get there. Can I get to Moria from here? No, I think I have a map to Moria. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna go to our kinship house. I can go. Our kinship house will have a trouble thing there. Woohoo! All right. Anyway, thank you for participating in the poll, everyone, and thank you for liking the stream, guys. I appreciate it. So we're gonna start here on our adventure today. By the way, this is our kinship house for anyone who doesn't know. And if you'd like to get a house in our kinship area, we are in North Toon. All right, that's the neighborhood because there's multiple dimensions, and this is the free housing areas. Okay, these are the areas that just anyone can get. So keep that in mind. Turn that music up. That freaking awesome oboe. Oh man, music's so nostalgic for me. All right, Moria. Where's my horse stable master? Where are you? Oh wow, he like floated down. That was kind of cool. All right, I need to go to Moria, sir. Our channel wants to see some stuff. There it is, 21st Hall. Sure, we'll just go to the 21st Hall. All right, here we go. Boom, we're starting real quick. We are in the 21st Hall of Moria. So this is it. So technically, this is supposed to be the same hall, I believe, that the Fellowship ran through when the goblins are like coming down the things. So they have a slightly different take than the movie. But I will say the movie is really amazing. The stone, I would not change the movie. I love it. But I do think Lotro possibly holds a little more true to the fact that it looks a little bit more intricate than just carved stone. They have like gold inlaid and carvings in these giant pillars. I feel like, and tile work on the floor, I feel like that would have been more the case with a giant city, especially that was so wealthy like Khazad-dûm was. I've got to slightly move my mic to there, I think. Yeah, that's better. We toss nobody, but bad NPCs. You're gonna have to toss me. All right, so let's go and explore Moria here. So I'm gonna get on my goat, because you can only ride goats inside the mines. The mines is no place for a pony, guys. Even one as brave as Bill. All right, so if we travel along here, I may even go away here for a second in the corner, because I'm kind of bright, so I kind of want your eyes to be able to focus on what's happening in the game. So this is the 21st Hall. I will do my best to give you a beautiful, slow rendition of it. You can see there are some broken spots in the floor here. Of course. There's amazing lighting systems in here. I think I've said it before, but I do have one lore video I made that is how did the dwarves live in darkness and how their systems worked, and they did not. It's very gorgeous. So they got a beautiful lighting system right there. The 21st Hall. This is actually where you'll come around level 55, I believe. So you kind of, oh no, excuse me. Yeah, 55, I'm right. So you usually come to 21st around level 54, 55, and then when you're done with Moria, you're around level 58, and usually Lothlorien finishes you up to level 60 for those people who are going to be leveling in the game. So we're going to go north. This is technically north. We're going to go and check out the Chamber of Mazabul. As you can see here, look at the beautiful gold all over these doors. And these doors are huge, mind you. Like, if you see my goat in me, these things are no joke. These are big chambers. They are huge. So we'll continue on. Tell me if the music is too loud or too quiet or sound effects, because I want you to be immersed, but also don't want to talk over it, right? So, all right, since I am your host and guide. So we go here. These are actually the great doors that lead to the room of the Chamber of Mazabul. Or as I say it in Return to Moria, the Chamber of Mazarbul. All right, so here's the Chamber of Mazarbul. Sorry, I always have trouble with that's why I joke. It is pretty awesome. You can see it is the one in Return to Moria obviously was more off the movie version. The one in Lord of the Rings Online here we're looking at is definitely far more based on the books. I mean, that's arguable, I guess, with the books versus the stuff. But here is the tomb of Balin. Here is, Ori, who had the book. Yes, this is actually Ori, like the Ori we love from The Hobbit. It's kind of sad. But And then you can see there's the chamber that has similar writing that Tolkien actually had in the book. That's why it looks the same, mind you, on the game or the movies, because Tolkien actually wrote out what was on the tomb in the books, if you didn't know that. He did a lot of his own art. He was pretty amazing. But yeah, this place is huge. It obviously is broken into a little bit. In Lord of the Rings Online, you actually get to play through a moment of when one of the soldiers is fighting to defend. I feel like, I almost think this was the soldier we were supposed to be. I'm trying to remember in Lord of the Rings Online, so this might not be supposed to be Ori. I mean, but technically Ori is here, right? The movie showed that. But I guess it could be any of these characters. But yeah, that is the chamber. And there actually is these cool things around here. There's like a little, I forget what it is, it's a quest or something for knowledge. And you have to click these little things, these little symbols. It's kind of a cool quest. There's like a tree. I think that actually represents a different part of Moria. We'll check that out later. I want to try to move around Moria very quickly, so I am going to use some fast travels, but I just want you to feel the immenseness of how big this place is. So I'll do my best. Let me just give you a quick show of where you are. We're in this section. This is the 21st hall we were just in, this little square, and we're going up this path to Duran's Way. And if I open it up, this is all of Moria. Let me just close everything for a second there. All right, see the arrow? 21st hall is that little tiny area under where hall is. Okay, so that's how big Moria is in Lord of the Rings Online. It's huge. I mean, I think Return to Moria did a good job with Moria too, but I think Lotra really did a huge scale, which is why I think it'd be cool if they added even more into Return to Moria. But I still think Return to Moria did a really good job on showing the scale of Moria overall. So obviously, you know, I'm a fan of both games. So this is pretty cool though. So this is Khazad-dûm. All right, so this is a very, very large room with a very, very far fall. You definitely do not want to jump down that hole. Very scary. So you can see this is a bridge we're on. Got some great dwarven faces here, the size of skyscrapers. Yes, that is not an understatement. I'm pretty sure that thing is like 7 stories tall. But check out this room. This is pretty freaking awesome. All right, so this is one of the great mirrors of Moria. They use these to reflect light. One thing I give positive to the Rings of Power series when it came out, the fact that they showed there was lighting systems with mirrors. Remember how that was one thing I was very happy with. I didn't have a lot of complaints with Moria in Rings of Power, except for the fact that they didn't show enough of it. And I think that some of the story plot with the dwarves was just underwhelming, I felt like we could have had more dwarves and that would have made it better. But of course, I'm a little, I like dwarves. I did like the actor that played Duran, though. The younger Duran. I did. All right, so now next thing, this is the Endless Stair. So I have to explain this in Lord of the Rings Online because this is lore accurate. But this Endless Stair right here is quite endless. It actually does end, so don't let the name fool you. But if I just give a little quick peek over the edge here without dying, you can see that it goes very, very, very far. I don't even know, can I show you? Oh yeah, look, there. You can sort of see, it doesn't even show the bottom, but it goes way down there. And this stair goes up, all the way into that mountaintop. It keeps going up all the way to Zarok Zelgil, I think it is. Trying to remember my dwarf names here. And it's where the Belrog is. It's Zarok Zelgil. Oh my gosh, I remembered! I did it, you guys! All right, anyway, that's not important right now. And we can actually see the corpse of the Belrog. So we may go check that out in this stream today. But that's where it ends, up here at the top of the mountain, and it starts in the Foundations of Stone. Okay, so this is the lake that you see in the movie when Gandalf and the Belrog fall into the lake. And something you have to realize with this map, with Lord of the Rings Online, real quick, is that these lower 3, the Flaming Deeps, oh, you gotta get rid of the flags, you can't read it. All right, the Flaming Deeps, the Foundations of Stone, and the Waterworks are all like lower. So think of it like this. So if I show you the map, looks like this, right? So this is the Foundation of Stone right here. And let's say Num Melik above it, and the Duran's Way, you go like this, okay? Okay? Does that make sense? what's going on with that, with the map. So these lower parts are all underneath the middle-ish parts, which are all underneath like Duran's Way, right? And this is on the top of the mountain. So that's how they did it. So you actually see in different parts of the game that the endless stair, which actually starts down here, and you can actually walk up it a little bit. It's broken though because of the Balrog. And then you see it in different parts of the game. You can see it in, I believe, the Great Delving going by. You can see it in another spot in the Waters or the Deeps, one of the other ones that are not quite as deep. And then you can see it in Duran's Way, right? And then, of course, you see it when it comes out at the top of the mountain. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, and mirrors in Moria, too. Yes. Let's see. Woohoo! Gonna have to toss. Let me catch up what you guys say. Yeah, it is huge. It is so huge, the steed. Yep. So anyway, that's pretty cool. Let's keep walking while I read your comments here so you guys can enjoy while I try to multitask here. Here lies Balin, son of Fundin, Lord of Moria. Yes. I know you wrote that when we were talking about that tomb. I'm sorry, I'm a little behind. The Riddle Quest. Yes, that is a fun quest. Duran the 7th likes. I like that face. So we are now going to go... I think we'll go this way real quick. I want to show you one spot that has a really good view, and then we're going to double back, and I'm going to show you a different spot. Okay, so we're going east now, along Duran's Way, which is also shown in Return to Moria, right? So they definitely followed that well. So these are some rooms in here and stuff. We're not really going to go through everything. Zerak Zagila, yes. Can you get to the top of the stairs? Yes, I can. You can't get to the tower, like the very top of the tower, unless you're doing the Balrog raid, I believe. There's a raid. But you can, in the game, just walking around, you can get up and see the top of the tower. Like, at the top of the mountain, you can get out on top of the mountain. Because that's why you can see the Balrog. So we'll see that in a minute. So again, Moria is huge, and it would probably take me, this is no joke, if I was going to show you every part of Moria, we'd be sitting here 6 to 8 hours. So we're not going to do that right now. So I'm just going to run you through the main bulk of the beautiful, large locations in Moria. Because there's a lot. And it's so funny. There's very mixed views on Lord of the Rings Online's Moria as in from leveling perspective. Not that it's awesome and gorgeous and cool. But when it comes to, is it fun to quest? It's so mixed from all my friends and people I've known in the past. So this is now called the Fanged Pit, okay? Apparently I don't have this horseplay, so now I do. Dwarves must fight for dwarves. So this is the Fanged Pit. Some people really love Moria, like I like Moria and Lotro, and some people don't like questing here. And really, you don't really have to quest too much now. You can get by it real quick, and there's other places you can technically quest to pass those levels up. So that is a very cool shot of like a giant geode. I just think that is the coolest. I think the Balrog raid is in the instance finder. I forget what it's called. Is it just called, it might just be called the Endless Stair. I can check. Let's see. I don't see the Endless Stair. It would be under Moria. It would be under instances and raids. It would be under Moria. Okay, Moria. Actually, maybe it's not under Moria. I recognize all these. The Vile Maw is the raid for the Watcher. And I am gonna have to say, I love Return to Moria's, no spoilers, but battle with a certain Watcher. But Lord of the Rings Online's battle with the Watcher is, it's really good. It's a lot harder. Though I still won't say it was really, really easy in Return to Moria, especially with lots more people, it was harder. But I would like a little bit more of a hard difficulty added to the bosses in Return to Moria, personally, like a little thing you can click and bump them up. I think it'd be fun. Like different levels of it. I'm trying to remember, I don't see anything. I may have had to learn, I don't know if this character has actually learned where the raid was. So I can't answer that question right this second. Sorry about that. What's up, Matthew? I love Moria. For the last section before you go into Lothlorien was a little rough. Yeah, the last area, I kind of skip the last area usually because it's really big. So anyway, this, real quick, the reason it's called the Fanged Pit, probably something to do with that looking like fangs or a mouth, but I think it really comes down to what lives here. There's a lot of the Morevel, which are AKA vampires, okay? They are not vampires like we know today. They definitely want to kill you and probably eat you, but this is what they look like. Here, you can, there. They're kind of scary. She looks a little bit like Voldemort, I'll be honest. They're pretty scary looking creatures. They got some pretty cool sound effects when they fight you and stuff. She's not attacking me because I'm too high level. She understands she'd die, so she's just frozen in fear. But that's okay. Just kidding. But yeah, so this area is pretty cool. There's like a really cool shot I want to show you up here. This technically you go on top of this and get a pretty cool shot in view. So we'll do this real quick, and then I'm gonna double back and use my teleporter to go to some other really beautiful spots to see. But let's just run to the top of this real quick. Get you a nice view. So this is one of the great mirrors again that's been blocked out by the Morevel because they don't like you having light in their cave. Yeah, it's a very large place. I mean, you can walk all the way through, here. Take you about probably 5 minutes to run around the whole circle in real time. Excuse me. The music reminds me of The Mummy. Yeah, I know, it's pretty scary. I like it. Yeah. Happy harpy hunting time. Yeah, basically. Yeah, they do have a little bit of a harpy feel to them too. All right, here's a beautiful shot. This is kind of what I wanted to show you real quick. So this shot is just so cool. It's all lit up right here, and there's a little pool down there with a reflection of them, and then there's the great crystals. Isn't that freaking awesome? Oh, I'm just gonna take a little screenshot of that. Everyone, quick, take a screenshot. No, I got it for you. I'll add it to our Discord later or something. That is, yeah, pretty cool, right? The great crystals. Yeah, I just think those are so cool. Whoa. Yeah, look at that, dude. Isn't that like the most epic geode of all time? So cool. There's actually some other really awesome spots though in Lord of the Rings Online for geodes. I love that they here is by the way a male version of the creature. Oh wow. Okay, you know what? They've actually been updated. That's kind of cool. I did not okay. I say this all the time on my streams with Lotro. Lotro has been constantly doing little visual updates all the time, and they don't tell you. They just do them, and they're like really good quality of life changes visually. So this guy did not used to look like this, his face. He looks far more terrifying than he used to look. Like textured wise and everything, and like his mouth used to be kind of like a solid looking face and mouth. Like there wasn't actually area you could like see through the side. Yeah, he looks pretty freaking scary. Anyway, so I don't know why the male ones look more animalish than the female ones. That was a creative choice of the Lotro team. I think it's fine. I think it looks cool. Yes, they can speak. Technically, according to Lotro, but also this is one of the queens of the Morevel are one of the vampire creatures that made the plague that the Witch King used in the Second Age to wipe out so much of Middle Earth, which if you know that story, it's not like we've had any experiences with that in real life recently. But anyway, you get my point. But it was far worse. It's more like the Black Plague, where it actually killed like tons of people. Yeah, basically it makes a lot of sense though, right? Because they're vampire evil people. All right, so here's a beautiful shot. This is where I was trying to come to show you guys. This is a shot looking over the Great Chasm of Moria, and the bridge of Khazad-dûm is technically right over here. So this is Nun Melek. I'm just gonna, you mind if I sit next to you right here? Oh, thank you, okay. Orc says it's fine. So as you can see here, I see why he's sitting here. This is a nice view. There we go. There's the Great Chasm. So the bridge of Khazad-dûm, it's not quite loading because of the distance, but it's technically right here where that like lump is. It goes across. If I go a little closer, you can see it. So yeah, this is pretty crazy. It's very deep. It falls into like kind of like a boiling pit. But technically, lore-wise, it would go all the way to the foundations of stone. But I think just game mechanic-wise, they weren't able to make it functionally go there because they're not technically in the same plane. the way they did it, even though they're supposed to be, right? Does that make sense? Just a game mechanic thing. But yeah, it's pretty freaking cool. I'm gonna run in the Bridge of Khazad-dûm real quick, because it's really this way anyway. We'll just keep moving. No backtracking. I'll just flip around. We'll do a loop around Moria for the stream. So I love the music, by the way. It's freaking so awesome. I don't want the music to be too loud because it'll cover me up, but at the same time, like, I want you guys to be able to actually hear what it's doing, because and the ambient sounds. Dude, listen to the sounds. Okay, there. There. Listen to the sound effects. Yeah, so it's freaking amazing. Hear my goat's feet. I could technically filter out the goat's feet. Do the goat feet bother you guys? Would you prefer not to hear them? I could technically take them out of the sound reel. There's a filter system in the game, if you guys want me to. I know. So if you listen really carefully what they're saying, listen with the words. Who are they talking about? The music. All right, so this is a big bell. The Bridge of Khazad-dûm. All right, so this is the bridge. It is very close to the movie's version. Very thin, skinny bridge. If you remember lore-wise, I cannot go farther than this because the bridge is gone. And I don't want to fall to my doom. Hence the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. But I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So that hallway there leads to the first hall, which leads out to Lothlorien. So that's the eastern gate, right? This is a giant city part of the city. That is the really awesome location of the I forget what it's this is Nun Melek, basically this area. And remember that thing I pointed out in the Chamber of Mazabul? That area over there, if you notice, do you see they look like trees? Can you see it from here? Is that clear enough? I think I have my brightness all the way up. Let me just check. I think you can actually turn up my little brightness a little more. Let's see. Ambient light. I don't think, actually, no, it's locked. No, I can't because of how I'm doing it. But you could see it, right? They look like trees. That is not trees. Those are carved. The dwarves carved those. So I think that's a really cool touch. So this hall is, I think this hall is supposed to be different than the 21st hall that the Fellowship go through, which I first showed you. I mean, they're obviously different, but that's why I took a little more creative liberty there. But it's really cool. I think it's cool. So this hall goes off to, again, the, I love the crystal lamps everywhere too that are just still working. It's another thing that's very cool. Because Gimli tells us about the crystal lamps, right? You guys all remember that in the books. Crystal light hewn, right? That's one thing in Return to Moria that we definitely have the crystals, but they're not quite as prevalent, like all over. There's a couple in the ceilings you occasionally see, and there's like, you can make a little crystal once you throw, and then of course there are in the deep areas all of the crystals you can break, right? The blue ones, which are very similar looking to this. And for any of my viewers who are Return to Moria fans who haven't really seen a lot of my Lotro content yet, you'll see why when I'm playing Return to Moria that I felt like they played Lotro in the past. Now, granted, they drank the same Tolkien Kool-Aid. It could just be they read a similar passage and they got a similar result like Lotro did. But I have a feeling from like the battle with the water room, it's a lot like the raid in Lord of the Rings Online. And Tolkien doesn't really explain that room, so I'm thinking that they maybe had a little inspiration from that, which I think is a complete compliment to Lotro. I don't think that's steely at all. There's like levels, right, of that like that's always happening in video games, right? People are building on it. So this is the East Gate. It's freaking awesome. Check out those amazing statues. Freaking amazing. They did carve the stones like trees. They did indeed. They missed the outside world. I think maybe it was more of a, you can see too, they carved this like roots. I think it was to kind of just prove their prowess at stonework, right? They're like, we can literally carve like this stuff. And remember, the dwarves actually technically, weren't they the ones that carved out, I don't know, was it Thranduil's halls? No, it was the first age place. I forget what it's called. Do you guys remember right now? So anyway, this is outside the East Gate. Interestingly enough, remember I made the comment that Return to Moria's end looked a lot like Lord of the Rings Online, where they had that speech, the end video that I posted, which by the way, you guys love that video. I don't know if you know, that video has like 2,000 views in the last like 3 weeks. So thank you for that, and the likes on it. But this is basically a very similar looking spot to where they had that speech from Lotro, and you can see it, right? There's the mountain, here's the water. Now again, this was described quite clearly in the Lord of the Rings books by Tolkien. This is the Mirror. Okay, so if you look at this at night, you can actually see the crown of the king. So, of course, I always slip in right here. This is my favorite spot to slip in the water. One of these spots has like the crown of stars. So here's the cool thing about this lake. Okay, there's a little special thing about this lake. Tolkien tells us in the books, all right, lore thing, that this lake, you can see the stars in the daytime in this lake. Okay. Fun little thing about Lord of the Rings Online, if you come here in the daytime, the stars are still there, okay? And that the water's blue. I love it. It's such a cool, little Easter egg. But you can kind of see the moon reflection right there, which if we look up, the moon's actually there, and the stars. And there's an old Dwarven rune up there, it looks like. But it's a very similar spot to what we saw in Return to Moria at the end. I want Tolkien Kool-Aid. Yeah, exactly. Someone just got to bottle that and sell it, man. Zollin Ironshield selling Tolkien Kool-Aid. Non-alcoholic. Your kids can drink it too. I prefer cranberry juice. Moria looks so beautiful on Lotro. Yeah, it really does. It looks really, really good. So here is the East Gate, by the way. So this is technically in the books. Something that's a little confusing in the movies versus the books. You know that battle in the Hobbit movies where they're showing the history and Balin and Dwalin and Thorin and his father Thror are all fighting Azog and stuff at that gate? Well, technically this is the same gate. Lotro did it a little bigger, right, a little wider area than a little passage like this. So that was a little creative license between the movies and the game, right? But yeah, look at that beautiful, look at the moon up there. And by the way, again, if you look around, there are some similarity nods to Tolkien. So what you can usually find the Big Dipper, like from our world, because surprisingly enough, Tolkien, yeah, there it is right there. See it? There's the Big Dipper. You guys see it? By the moon? You see the Big Dipper? It's those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stars. There, it's by my arrow. There. But, yeah, so Tolkien, look at those clouds. They look awesome too. Tolkien was very good about that with, it's funny because he didn't want his world, he put a lot of our constellations in the world, but I always assumed that was more like, you know, it's in a different planet or a different dimension kind of thing. It didn't seem like necessarily that Tolkien, later in his letters, he kind of said, oh, possibly it could be our world in the past. But he never, like, definitively said, I've never seen anywhere in his writings where he's like, yeah, you know what? It is totally the history of our Earth. That's never been definitive. And personally, for me, I'm just going to always be like, yeah, it's a different world, different place. But there was some cool similarities. And why couldn't there be similar star formations in his dimensional world? Right? Or if it is our planet, it's an entirely different dimension, right? Never was any of us, right? We're in a different one. You don't like the multiverse, right? I don't know. Anyway, side note. Because then later he makes a comment, too, to C.S. Lewis, that C.S. Lewis made the pools. Do you guys remember the pools in The Magician's Nephew? The Narnia series? And they go to different universes and different worlds. And C.S. Lewis was like, hey, do you think Lord of the Rings is one of these worlds? Because, like, Narnia is one of them, and our Earth is one of them. And Tolkien said, I think Lord of the Rings could be in one of your pools. So that right there proves to me that he was thinking it was separate from our world. Because our world, his world, Narnia's world, right? Where the White Witch came from, which is technically a different universe, too. Anyway, moving on. That's a little fun thing between their two storylines that they kind of added in. That's never been... Tolkien never officially made that part of his story, though, but just a fun little Easter egg. Yeah, so anyway, moving on. So let's see where, can I go this way? I might have to use a teleport here because, yeah, we're gonna kind of get. You know what? Actually, we might do a leap. All right, let me show you how deep this is, because I'll respawn. Whee! Oh! Little deeper than the Return to Moria's one. This is exactly where I jumped off the bridge, right over there. In Return to Moria. Bloop. So technically, it is water. All right, there we go. You can kind of see a good view of. Can I close the screen? Guess not when I have been dead. There's the bridge. It goes all gray. By the way, I never told you guys. They're saying Sauron. The high voices. Sauron. No, 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 no. You guys didn't catch that. I realized I didn't ever answer that question. Perfect. That's right where I wanted to be. Wow, look at that. Knowledge of the game. All right, so here is, we popped, so the Bridge of Khazad-dûm is way down there. All right. Let me get on my mount. Gonna have to get me a box because this railing's a little too, okay. Oh my gosh, railing's still in the way. There you go. You can kind of see how they did this area though, because it's freaking awesome. So these are carved trees. All right, these are carved in stone. All right, look at this. And the crystals hanging out of them like they're like leaves or flowers. Isn't that just the flippin' coolest? Whoop. Guess we're falling. Isn't that cool? Yeah, the thing in Lord of the Rings Online is you never die. Because that would break the lore. I mean, honestly, that's what Return to Moria does too. You just kind of revive. Yeah, dude, look at this place. Isn't this freaking cool? It's huge. I mean, these things are huge. Look at how tiny I am. I mean, my goat's not that small. It's like the small horse. Look at these pillars, dude. They're freaking massive. So anyway, I could go through here this whole time, but there is one cool spot at the end I want to show you real fast, and then we're going to flip around and check out another area as well. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself. Thank you for liking the stream, everybody. I appreciate it. This is fun. We got a big group of people here. Thanks for being here, even though it's been a little bit a later time for a stream. Though it won't matter if you're watching as a video later. You can watch whatever you want. But look at this. So there's a bridge here made by apparently orcs. Lava! I think this is a cool touch to show that we are underground and there's like volcanic movement. So basically what's happened here is the entire Earth in the last, I don't know, what, 1,000 years this thing's been separated away from, has broken apart. So this used to be a big hall. And of course, I'm sure the dwarves would have had to deal with this when the lava broke the floor apart. But of course, they haven't really been here until recently in the end of the third age, fourth age. Lord of the Rings Online, the way they show us retaking Moria, they also have their own story. I've told everyone that in Return to Moria game. But Lord of the Rings Online, it's the Iron Garrison and the, what's the other group called? It's two groups of dwarves that come back and retake it, and then us adventurers, right? So it's kind of cool. Here's a better shot. You can kind of see the city again, the other side of the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. Yeah, pretty cool. This place is massive. Look at this roof. Oh my gosh. So then we could go this way. What is up with this? Why is there a floating sword right here? Is that your floating sword? He's got a magical floating sword. Wait, is that actually his sword? What's going on here? It was his sword. He just glitched out. I literally just kicked him and he died. Oh, by the way, this is for Robert because I forgot he gave a super chat. So, I'm gonna call every orc to me. And my dog is barking too. The bridge reminds me of Shrek 1. Fiora at the. Oh yeah, it does. That is so true. That is true. God's Kingdom. That's so true. Oh my gosh, yes, yes, it does. It does also remind me of that. Yeah, so that, anyway, that's pretty cool. I love that area. So here's what we've covered so far, and we're going to cover another area. So we've kind of run through the first hall and the second hall here, and we came down from the north here. That's where we saw the big crack of doom there, the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. In Duran's Way, we saw this area. We saw the middle area and the 21st hall. We have not looked at the gardens or the Chamber of Crossroads, which is kind of cool. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take our little fast travel back to the 21st Hall, which I think I may have a fast travel without going back to our base. I have a bunch of them here behind my camera. So, see there, I have them right here. Yeah, look, they're 21st Hall. We use that one. And then I try to leave the screen as little clutter as possible with any game I'm playing. I prefer a very clean UI, which is one reason I really like Lotro, because the UI is very clean. You can really customize it however you want. Even though it's a lot older, it's better than most new games I've played. But yeah, I also think Return to Moria did a pretty good job with that. That made me pretty happy. So we're back on the 21st Hall. We are going to take a swift travel to a different spot. So what I want to show you guys now is there is a neat spot out south of here and then into the Great Delving. But I think what we're going to do is we'll do a little loop. We'll go up and we'll check out the gardens and we'll kind of loop down and possibly like, and then might just go down to the Silver Lodes. And we'll kind of start delving deep. And we got to get the foundations of stones. So how are we doing on our time? We're doing good. We got time. Mr. Incredible. We got time. All right, so let's see.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill
I want to go to this place. Do a little swift travel, save us a little time. Normally I'd skip that if it was like a Lotro tour or something video. I could just skip it for you with a teleport, but since we're live, I went to the wrong place. Whoops, they're both J names. I just looked at J.
What do you need?
Let's just go back. We're in the Iron Hills. From Moria to the Iron Hills in 3 seconds. All right, let's try this one more time.
These halls will be great once more.
So I don't want to go to Duran fast. Maybe I can't get there from here. Oh yes, I can. There it is. Oh, you know what? I can go to. Yeah, let's go. Oh wait. Yeah, there it is. I guess it's not a swift travel, but that's all right. I can talk while it rides automatically like this. Long bottom leaf. All right. We're kind of going the same direction, but now it's automated, so it's gonna be a little faster than my regular mount. And it's kind of fun because I can just do the camera as we go around. So the 21st Hall, North Arch. Again, there's the Chamber of Mazabor. Now I gotta watch Shrek. Yeah, dude, Shrek's such a fun movie. Oh, you're doing the Hornburg? Nice, very nice. Well, good luck. Yes, if you guys ever want to join us, we have a kinship. You see Belle and Ice are doing stuff right now. They're playing right now. All right, so now we went. So this is the same room with the tower. We went north. We are now. We went northeast, and now we're going to go west down Duran's highway, and we're going to check out the Great Gardens. Now these are really cool. Okay, I absolutely love the Great Gardens. I think they're really well done. I think Lotro nailed it because they were the first game to kind of show that dwarves don't just destroy everything; they do cut down trees, right? So these hallways and passages, there are a bunch of them. I'm gonna skip some of them just for time's sake. You can see there's the Great Gardens coming up. There is some really cool rooms in here and stuff. I'm just gonna look here for a second. You kind of see that there's some old cave-ins. Used to be kind of a dwarven city in here, right? These were towns and like housing and villages and stuff. Again, remember, Moria was not just some husk. It had thousands and thousands of dwarves living here. Oh look, we got another player right here. It's Bort. All right, so here we are at the Gardens of Moria. They are gorgeous. So as you can see, they have entire water systems. They have lilies. They have lighting systems, and they have air systems by the way too. But you can see right here, it's quite pretty. So this is the Great Gardens. Again, I think this is kind of where the Return to Moria game got the idea of the gardens. Now, this is not anything to do with elves, though. Return to Moria, that was their little touch on it. That, oh, maybe it was because it was an ambassador place for elves. Well, in Lord of the Rings Online, it's purely the dwarves made this because they wanted an area with trees inside where they could have fresh air made by the trees, maybe a spot to relax, have picnics, cut the trees down, grow new ones, garden, that kind of stuff, right? So The lighting that comes in here is brought down by mirrors or by the special crystals that give off light. So you can see there's actually a radiation fog happening. Again, here's that player. Just another guy playing the game. What's up, bro? How's it going? It'd be funny if this guy knew who I was. I do run into that people on my server now. I appreciate that when people are like, I know who you are. That's kind of fun to meet people. But you can see there's some gardens here. They did gardening. There's a goblin hiding back there. If we kind of go through here, you can see there's more stuff here. Goblins are, setting up camp inside the gardens. Not so cool. But yeah, it's pretty. You can see these are all garden plots. And then they got water, and they got great water. And they always have the water like come out of the dwarf's mouth, which is kind of a cool, like it's his beard. Like the water's like his beard. I think that's kind of a cool touch in Lotro. They do that a lot. I mean, like a little bench. You can just sit here and watch. You can just imagine some 2,000 years ago with dwarven families, which will be here again. Now, for now, it's Marevels. All right, so anyway, that's pretty cool, right? So these are the gardens. It looks like the sun crystal return to Moria. Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly, similar colors. So I'm telling you, Duran, I'm telling you, I know when they made Return to Moria, they got some inspiration from Lord of the Rings Online. There were too many coincidences, and I don't at all think they were stealing from Lotro. I think they were just inspired, and they're like, well, that makes sense. That's what Tolkien said in certain ways, and Lotro already had some good ideas they expanded on from Tolkien's information. So then Return to Moria was like, well, let's do our own thing, and some of the lore points will take some inspiration, right? I'm pretty sure, because there's a lot of things that I'm like, that seems a lot like it. All right, Duran's Crossing. Okay, so we are now in this area over here. There is a cool water area over here. There is something neat down. I think these are just housing mainly. Oh, nice. Bort, it inspired me to walk around and get stables. Yeah, it's kind of important. You're not really going to be able to get them all if you're low level, because obviously some levels are areas to be too hard to get to. But I do recommend try to get as many stables as you can. If you are someone who wants to be a big spender and you have a bunch of mithril coins or something, you could use mithril coins to jump around. Just real quick for Bort, in case, I don't know if you already saw my stable video, but if you go to collections and go to this map, you can also find this map, I believe, in maps. You hit M and you go up here and go to Stable Master Map button. Same thing, it'll bring it up. You can go to any of these by clicking on them and saying travel with coins, with mithril coins. But that is technically like a paid currency, not an earned currency in the game. There's lots of different currencies, right? So anyway, you can see my character Zollin has pretty much discovered almost every single location in the game. There's a couple that are newer ones and ones I just missed. Like today when I was surprised I didn't have the Moria one. So there's some more stuff over here. Yeah, and the question is too, here's another really awesome massive room. Again, these are just kind of like infested with goblins. They're not gonna attack me and bats, but yeah, they're all over the place. You can see this lady is desecrating the dwarf. How dare you! I shall slay you with my roar! Oh wow, she got kind of whomped. Yeah, they're a little scantily clad though, those characters, I will say that. Overall, Lord of the Rings Online is pretty clean. I mean, there's pretty much everything is really clean in this game. That's one thing I really like about Lord of the Rings Online that I think holds true to Tolkien, because as we all know, there are dark themes in Tolkien stuff, but overall, you know, a mature 10-year-old can read the book without any problems. It's pretty clean, besides some, you know, battle violence, right? Lord of the Rings Online holds true pretty close to that as well. So there is a cool tunnel area right here. All right, so there's some water in this area, and this is just a neat area right here, but this isn't quite as epic as what we're about to see. So let me get to the epic place. So there's actually an Uruk-hai white orc emissary here, Again, another cool thing between Lotro, I think, and Return to Moria, since we're on the subject still. They had like the emissaries and stuff that were hiding out in Moria. Well, technically at this time, when you're in Moria, technically Isengard hasn't fallen yet. Okay, so I'm trying to remember the time frame of when Moria is gone into in Lotro. I think it's right before. It's like during the... I think it might be right when the Two Towers book starts. It's like sometime within that year. All right, so now I just want to show you guys real quickly. There's a really cool giant random room right here. I always think this is kind of cool. This is the Hall of the High Stair. It's just a giant room. Just cool. Which, by the way, again, you guys, for my Return to Moria players, and look, another player, and another player. 2 players playing. I'd like to point out that there are players playing. This Lotro, surprisingly, I mean, it's not surprisingly to me, but it has a lot of players. Ooh, dude, that lightning bolt looks freaking cool. She's a rune keeper. She has lightning magic. That looks pretty cool. So yeah, anyway, I'm glad they're having fun playing together. But I feel like this looks a lot like the few of the rooms in Return to Moria. Just the style, a little bit different, but you know, it's just cool. A Batwoman at that. I get it, Odie. You hit a woman. It's a Batwoman. Like a Batwoman. I mean, did I, Robert? I think I just roared. I don't think I touched her, actually. I don't know. All I can know is Belle is over there slaying enemies. So we have the strong women on our side. All right, and the good ones. All right, here we go. Mana Bull. So this is a cool spot. There's an old destroyed statue of Duran right here, who's crushing the head of a goblin. It's just a really cool touch, but he's been, you know, broken off by probably orcs. Technically, this is... Trying to remember, I believe this is supposed to be the spot that Gandalf does the whole smelling thing, where he's like, oh yes, I think this is the right way, because the air is fresher down here. I believe that's what this was supposed to be, right? The cross, because this is the Chamber of Crossroads. I believe that's what this was supposed to be. It's a much more grand than the movie or Return to Moria. It's a big room, but I think that's what it's supposed to be. And then we have the Chamber of Crossroads room, and technically you can jump down this well. This is a fun little Easter egg for all my Lotro viewers. If you jump down that well, you will fall out in the Waterworks, okay? So you'll fall basically through the Great Delving, the server. Well, technically the Great Delving is like the same level as Duran's, about the same. So pretty much you fall through the Silvertine Lodes and to the Waterworks. So that's kind of fun. I want to jump in it, but I'm not sure how much it will slow us down. Nah, I think we just pop out. I think that might actually work for what we're doing. Now to think about it, because we want to see the Waterworks anyway. So why not? Let's hop down the wishing well, shall we? Now I'd like to tell you, one time I hopped down this, I survived when I hit the ground. I didn't die. I don't think that's possible anymore, but I don't know. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Whee! I just got a deed done. Oh, welcome to the Great Waterworks. Okay, so I think it just automatically kills you now. There's not really anything you can do about it. So we technically just teleported from up here to down here. All right, like instantly. So welcome to the Waterworks. They are flipping awesome. This is something that really wasn't in... I mean, the Waterworks in Return to Moria was quite small compared to the massive, maybe puts the Romans to shame, aqueduct system. Which would make sense that it would be pretty crazy. But again, yes, this is the Waterworks in Moria. It's flipping awesome. They have giant water wheels. It's really cool. Yeah, I'm always blown away with how cool this place is. And you can see like the buildings have windows, so there's like people that used to live in these buildings and stuff. The Waterworks. There it is, my friends. Glorious. Oh, you did? Oh, okay. So it's not something impossible then. Maybe it's a certain like angle you have to fall at. That's cool. Anyway, yeah, the Waterworks, pretty freaking awesome. We could technically walk around. There's a raid and stuff. The raid to find the Watcher is on the other side of the Waterworks. The Waterworks is pretty big. It would take us about 10 minutes to get to the other side. So we're not going to run the whole thing right now because I have to swim it, most of it. There's some spots you can walk, but a lot of stuff is flooded because, I mean, I don't even know how it looks this good after, 2,000 years. Dwarven engineering. It's impressive. You can see that it's actually broken here, where that's where the water's dumping in and flooding. But yeah, pretty cool. There's actually a whole quest where the dwarves are trying to fix the water systems, and there's another creature you have to fight that's in that giant center building. That building is huge, mind you. Like, it is so big. I kind of want to go and show you how big it is, actually, but it is not small. There's all sorts of cool creatures, and these big frog creatures, and little tiny lizard folk creatures, and yeah. So I actually finished a deed for jumping down the well with this character. I guess I never did it with this character. A deep well, or they added the quest after I did it. I got well traveled. So you get a deed for doing that, guys. It also gave me 5 Locher points. Easiest Locher points I've ever made. All right, well traveled. I like it. That's a good title. Gotta love a good aqueduct. Yep. So as you can see, I do love the radiation fog. This was not a thing back when Moria came out. Radiation fog was added later when graphics got better and stuff, and engine. I think it's really cool though. The great oh, by the way, look at that behind us, dude. Whoa, look at the wheels. The big water wheels. Isn't that cool? So yeah, so it just shows you the size. I mean, remember guys, I'm tiny compared to, look how tiny I am. Just like, make sure we have the comparisons here. How big I am, and then how flippin' big those things are. It's like, yeah! Yeah, it's pretty crazy. All right, so look at this building. Let's just get a little bit closer to this building. I want to show you real fast. How are we doing on our, okay, we're within schedule. We got time. Okay, so don't walk into the water. So now you can see how actually big this building is. I mean, this thing is like, I don't even know what to compare it to in real life. I mean, like, I think the Eiffel Tower is probably taller, but this thing is far larger in just girth units. No, just kidding. It's a joke. It's from a comedian. All right, I know one's gonna get that joke, but I don't explain it now. There's Brian Regan, I think, is the comedian. And he was joking about this guy, UPS guy, asking him on the phone, well, what's the girth or whatever of your package, like the size or whatever. And he's like, 4 girth units, because he's like an idiot, like he's joking. It's pretty good. All right, so anyway, there's a big statue. You can see the raid for the Watchers back between these 2 mountain hills right here. Technically, one of these doors. Look, this place is huge. Look at these aqueducts. And the big dwarves like holding the lanterns. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. So I believe this is the raid right here. Anyone want to kill a turtle? Hello? We're inside the building now. We would like to slay a turtle. You're like, it's that way, down the sewer system. I love the sound effects in here. Wait, do I have to start it? Can I not do it from here? I probably have to start it. Like the actual raid, what's inside it. All right, here, maybe I can just launch it. I forget what it's called. Is it the, I forget what the raid's name is. I haven't done it in so long. I did it on one thing. It's not a skirmish. It's definitely an instance. Is it the Forgotten Treasure? Nope. The Forge of, nope. Scumfill, nope. Is it Philgosh? It's not the Grand Stairs. It's not the 16th Hall. Treasure, nope. Dark Delving. Is it Philgosh? I don't think it's Philgosh, but it might be. You are in the wrong building. Oh, for the big turtle fight? I thought the turtle fight was this is where we originally went in for the turtle fight. This is not, I'm not talking about the Watcher in the water. I'm talking about the giant turtle. This is where you used to go in to get to the raid, but they closed it off back there, and now you have to launch it normal. But it was a 12-man, and I don't remember what they put it into. Offensive. It wasn't a skirmish. It wouldn't be under skirmish. Others. Maybe it's under others. In the woe, the will, no, hills of night. I know a lot of these, so I'm just trying to figure out which one I don't know. Menace Morgul, it wouldn't be under that. In their absence. That's not it. Gosh, there are so many instances now. It's just crazy. I remember back in the day when there was like 10 when I first played this game. Dude, that would be funny. The title was No Further Nuisance, like Gandalf says to Pippin. Oh, that would be a funny one. Throw yourself down next to him and Riddleston goes, No Further Nuisance. It's full. Oh, it is. Okay, okay. Well, then I was close. All right. So you said you thought it was the next door. There's another door. I thought there was only one door on the building. Now I'm really curious. Okay, let's. I will listen to what you said. Again, guys, this game is so big. It's hard to remember everything. I do my best, but okay, no door there. But I could just launch it and show you real fast. There's a door. Does that one work? Is this it? Oh, I see. Okay, all right. You are correct. Very good, very good. But I can't open it from here, so I have to do it with this still. So technically it would be that door you go in. I feel like it used to be next to those dwarves, though, because you used to have to walk down a little gutterway and then go left and you teleport in. So, anyway. Oh, look, it opened up the door when I went in.
The meaning of the strange happenings which occurred that
I guess it's just a similar looking...
He has not returned.
Well, this looks a lot like it. So maybe it was just like this before, and it's just the inverse. It is identical waterway, so that's probably why I got confused. So I did remember it correctly, just I didn't remember there were dwarves on the other side. All right, so I wonder, when did I launch this for? Is it level 50? I should be able to just like kill it myself. I'm so much higher level. So anyway, this is what the building looks like underneath. Inside, the turtle is not happy with me. Not happy, Bob. That is a very big turtle. This is where you get the turtle head when you kill it. I should be able to beat this thing. So it slowly starts poisoning the water at different stages. It's not going to really be an issue for me because I'm so high level, but back at level 55 and 60, being level 60 for this was still hard. See, it starts doing a bleed on the tank. It's a pretty intense bleed if you're level 60. Being level 146 is really gonna... Like, this was such a hard raid, dude. If you're doing this on level, this thing's so hard. I'm just, like, leaps and bounds above this guy. Yeah, dude, he's so freaking cool, though. The music's awesome, too. Aha! I've slain the giant turtle, everyone! Take a screenshot! Before he disappears! Alright. Let's see what we get. Hey! It's probably similar rewards than it used to be. Yeah, dude! It still drops the war. Okay, this shield back in the day, you guys, was like the shield to get. At level 60, everyone who had the Warden Shell Shield, dude, they were like, awesome. This one's technically for a Warden, though. But, they also have the one that's a heavy and stuff as well, which is kind of a bummer because I can't put it on right now, but I could show you with cosmetically. See, it just looks like this shield. It's bigger if it's the heavy one. It's like a piece of turtle shell. It's kind of cool. Very, very cool. Anyway, well, got a bunch of cool stuff. Let's go ahead and move on with our tour here. And go ahead and I need to just get back to the horse master. Whoops. Oh, you know what? I have something to cure that. Aha! Leg cured. Falling injury immunity. Yay! Use one of my things. I did like a little guide video. That's a newer item to the game. It's pretty cool. I get immunity to falling for an hour and a half. I'm pretty sure they put this in the game just for Zollin Ironshield, I'll be honest. You all know I have troubles falling off giant cliffs in Lord of the Rings Online. But also, check out these glowworms. They're so cool. Look at this glowworm. All right, well, I got to show you the rest of the... there's some more amazing spots. That's a face only a mother could love. All right, we're moving on. And then this is like the main hub where all the dwarves are. So we're gonna ride up to the silver lodes. They're pretty cool. They're basically the silver Titan lodes are, I believe, where a lot of the mithril was originally found in the Lotra version. It's a very, very deep hole. I'm curious if that's where the Belrog came from. In Lotra's version, I don't remember. Do you guys remember? Anyone's done the chapter recently? Or the quests? Hello, Beth. Welcome to the stream. So, by the way, there's some very cool tunnels through all these areas. And you can see these waterworks and all the spinning things. That's just so cool. That's so cool. I love that. Look at how cool that is. Pretty cool. All right, so we'll go up to the top here. So we gave you a good coverage of the waterworks. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Welcome to the stream, guys. We just hopped in. Welcome, welcome. We're exploring Moria. We're doing a little bit of comparisons to Lord of the Rings Online's Moria to Return to Moria, the new game, which, again, are very different games playstyle-wise, but use the same lore, obviously. As you can see, the Return to Moria waterworks are insanely huge in Lord of the Rings Online. Again, Lord of the Rings Online is one of the biggest games of all time. And there's very few games that beat it, except for, like, the ones that infinitely generate, like Minecraft and stuff. No Man's Sky. And there might be one or two new ones that are... Most new games are not really that big, like travel-wise. So, I am thinking, do you guys want to go north, or do you guys want to go to the Flaming Deeps? So the Flaming Deeps are also a mining area, and it's very lava-y and fiery and very scary. The Redhorn Lodes is a big mining area. And the Foundations, I think we'll go to those near the end to see stuff. I think we're going to go north. This is the Rotting Cellar. This dwarf over here is trying to figure out how he's going to repair this giant broken... Look at him. Man, that is... Dude, he's like, where do I even start on this ridiculously giant water wheel? The twist in the frame here will be hard to repair. That thing is like bigger than a house. There's a statue of Duran. Sorry, Duran. Not the Duran in our chats. But Duran the Deathless, probably. Or probably maybe during the, second or something. What's up, Andrew Carlisle? The Flaming sounds dangerous. Let's do it. We will. We're going to go to the Flaming too. I want to go north real quick and show you this spot. So, this is some cool areas right here. Can I climb that ladder? I don't think so. This is kind of cool. This is a cool spot. Here's another great shot of the waterworks from another angle. Again, it's just so cool looking. Hey, look, another player. It's Frostleaf. Hi, Frostleaf. This person's ever seen my videos? Now you're now in the video. Frostleaf. All right, it's a good name. So if we go right here, this is a pretty cool spot too. You can see this giant dwarven beard with these cool bridges, and they have like stalactites because the water's like been dripping off them. I just think that's such a cool effect. They thought about that. And this one almost like reaches my head. I don't think I'd sleep under this. I think I'd probably die if that fell. Yeah, so anyway, just to quite show you how big this waterfall, this is Duran's beard. It's big, right? All right, here's another great shot. This is a cool shot too, when you come in. I don't know, I just think the waterworks are so cool. So there's that area, that area supports the water throughout the entire city, basically. And I don't know, Khazad-dûm's more like a country. It's like multiple cities, practically. I'm sure there's a city of Khazad-dûm, too. I mean, that's what it's called, right? But it's also called the Kingdom, so I feel like Khazad-dûm was a little bit more than just a city. It's basically like a little civilization underground. All right, so now we're in the Silvertine Lodes. The terrain is going to change. This is good thing I have some lights. We're now into a little bit more of a cramped area, as in not quite as big. It's still pretty huge. But these are the mines. This is a quest. You help this guy. You can see we have some different colored lights here. We have some green colored lights. Kind of cool. Kind of like Robert's super chat when I came in my room today. That was kind of fun. Robert put a super chat in before I started the stream, and I walked in my room right when I got home. And like my room was just all green. And I was like, whoa, what happened? And then I realized, oh, apparently my super chats like on ahead of stream start affects my lights. That's kind of cool. So anyway, welcome to the super mining operation of the dwarves here in the Silvertine Lodes. They have these ridiculous conveyor belts and like support systems because basically this goes down to a treasury that's down here. See, oh, I forgot, I don't have to be scared of breaking my leg. I have a protection buff. I just don't want to fall too far. So this is a giant mine. So if I hop down right here, we actually have some different things. We have this one, which is the Way of the Smiths. There is a multi-location. There's two, the Way of the Smiths and some secret forge. It's important to the story, but I don't remember the wording right now. That you can actually enter from different locations in Moria. And they like teleport you to the right location. You can like travel through to a new area. It's pretty cool. But if you go down farther, let's just hop down. Technically, if you fall, you will die. As you can see, there is no end to the bottom. It just goes and goes and goes and goes, precious. Anyway, so then if we go in here, this is the Forgotten Treasury. This is actually an instance again. I'm just going to go into it just to show you what it looks like.
Many ancient halls lie hidden beneath ages of ruin within the walls of Moria. The dwarves seek to recover and protect their treasures of old, while the orcs seek to exploit them.
Look at the crystal.
The Forgotten Treasury may become a battleground of terrible proportions.
The mechanics in this instance are really cool because what happens is the orcs...
No further. This treasure is ours.
They turn off the lights and you have to find the right order. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or that was 2. I don't remember. It's a little bit challenging if you don't remember. But yeah, so then you have to turn them all back on and then it gets to the next stage and you have to go around and kill all the mobs around the side. And it's not really a very big battle in space, but it's cool. And then you have to fight someone in the treasury back there. It's pretty cool. We're not going to do it right now, but because that would take a while. That'll be a separate video or something for stream. Check it out later, or do it together, maybe on our Kinship raiding night, which is every second and fourth Friday, where we do instants and raids together in epic battles. All right, so now that we've gone up here, I'm going to run back up these stairs without being silly and falling off because my broken leg thing does not give me immunity to dying, meaning if I fall too far, I'm dead. All right, we just got to get back up to the surface here. There's a treasury? Yes, there is. Well, Lord Kev, I was just thinking, do you call the Duran when the moon doesn't shine on the correctly? It's a Gondor. I get it. That's a good one, Lord Kev. Is that why they don't have any doors in Gondor? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Again, you can also get up to those platforms up there and run around, but there's really not a point to do all of that. There is some other parts of the Silvertine Lodes. We've just explored this. There is this other side, which is cool, so I'm going to try to get to it real quick to show you, and then we're going to go north. Again, like I said, we can't look at every little corner of Moria, because if we did every little corner, it would be an 8-hour stream, and I'd like to keep it within a 2-ish hour stream for our exploring tonight. I'm not against doing another thing in the future if people want it. You just let me know in the comments or, live stream for future. But there's a lot of Middle-earth to explore. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that cool? Look at that shot right there. You can see all the way. You can get back there, by the way, like the whole place. Here's another one of the puzzle things. So now if we fly through this little crevice here in the wall, and then this will technically lead us up to the next area, but real quick I want to show you that other side I said I would show you. Technically it's dominated by orcs, but there is a not orcs, goblins, sorry. This is a main goblin hub. So this is a Gamilk Philic. But it looks pretty cool. They're basically, what the dwarves have done is they put these metal frames, which probably are not safe to walk on after thousands of years, but hey, dwarven engineering, over gaps, and there's water underneath and like crystals underneath, giving light up to the surface, which is just really a cool effect that if you never looked down, you just wouldn't know is there, and the water looks freaking awesome too. It's also the same thing I noticed in Lord of the Rings Online if you don't look up. Sometimes if you look up, things look really cool up high. Look at how cool that roof looks. There's even a hanging like bone chandelier up there. But like, you can see all the spikes hanging. I don't know, maybe actually it's like a dungeon. I don't know. It's goblins. They don't make much sense. Oh, by the way, look at that pillar holding up the roof. That's 3 giant dwarven heads. That's kind of freaking awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh no, it's more than 3. It's more. It's like, there's like one going around the whole side. The old Silvertine city. Wait, it's a city? Oh, there's like a city back here. I didn't realize. Can I get there from here? I didn't realize there was a city back there. I forgot. Game's big, okay? I don't remember everything. Can I hop over this? The goblins have blocked it off. All right, well, I guess I could go around the long way to get to it, but yeah, you can kind of see it from here. I don't really want to take all that time, but you can see it's just a lot more of the beautiful dwarven buildings, and it is cool. We'll keep that for another video sometime, or stream. Pretty sure I've gone through that on a Lotro Tail, that area for questing. If I did this area, I don't remember. All right, back we go. I hope I'm not getting lost right now. I might be lost. I think I need to go back and turn right over here. Yeah, I have a pretty darn good sense of direction, even in video games. But it's one thing I do feel for people. Some people are like, man, I get lost all the time in Moria and Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it could be a little challenging. The maps are okay, but places like this, there's not really a lot of direction going on. So stick to the road. You know, Frodo might tell you to get off the road, but Zollin tells you to stick to the road. What's up, Andrew Carlisle? How's it going? The more the merrier. Yes. That works too. The chat would fill up with anyone who asked Forgotten Treasures. Oh, I do remember that, Bort. Oh my gosh. Back in the day. Also, look at this room. So this is the Silvertine Loads. This is the Deep Descent. Technically this area, but not this room. Or is it? Hey, he remembers me. Be watchful for such dark weapons, Zollin. So this is a room where you get a lot of quests. You'll be here around level 53-ish. Maybe 4. Depends on how fast you're leveling. Look at these walls, though, too. Look at these walls. Look at them. Look how good they look. You guys, I just like to point out, graphically, texturally, I think they have been quite a few updates in Lotro's Moria over the years. But Lotro came out 2 years into the game. Not Lotro, sorry. Moria. And those textures look amazing to me, up close. Look how good they look. All right, that's all I'm going to say. I won't bug you anymore. But they look really, really good for this game. Then this expansion came out, 13 years ago or whatever it was. All right, the Stone Council. This is a cool spot. Are you guys ready to see this? I'm going to go away here for a second so you can see this. Flip around. Check that out. The Stone Council. So a couple dwarves with their water beards. Isn't that cool? Look at how cool that is. That's pretty cool. What's up? Welcome, Norman. Maybe I'll start playing games someday. Hey, do like me, Andrew Carlisle. When I was doing college, I would sit in the Dragonbone Inn and do homework in Lotros. I felt like I was in the world. All right, guys, so welcome to the Dolven-view, okay? The Dolven-view is one of the largest city areas in Moria. There's a couple other big ones too, but in Lord of the Rings Online. So it's one of the big cities you first come in. You come in right over here from a region, and you have the walls of Moria, come through the doors of Duran, and then you enter this room. Let me just show you real quick. The music's awesome, and this place is huge, and I mean huge. The roof is like 100 stories high. All right, so we are like in a giant carved out area. Look at this crystal. Look at this thing. Look at that glorious crystal. It's literally, you can literally see it blinding me on my glasses right now. It's so glorious. Oh my gosh, it's like, it's so bright. You can like see the reflection of my glasses. So yeah, pretty cool. Look at how big this place is. So this was what, as a city throughout here, this is just part of it. So what you're looking there on the ground is you're just looking at like this area right here. There's some old amazing buildings like this one. There are pillars that literally stretch from the ground to the roof, probably, 40 stories high, 50 stories high there. There's some really high points though that are probably closer to like 100. Because remember, if you count the 100 stories, I'm counting it from like down there, where it starts on the ground. We're up in the middle. Here's another awesome shot. There's another fantastic dwarven carvings right there. And again, looks pretty darn good. The texture's up close even. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome. The Dolven-view. We'll do a little walk around, a little walkabout here. Again, as long as I don't fall too far, I won't break my leg. So I will just let you enjoy for a minute. I'll pop away here for a second so you can kind of take in the views without my camera in the way. A great statue of Duran. If we go over here, you can see this pathway here that leads towards Zelek Melek and the 21st Hall. There is a far way yet to go first before you get there. There is something very cool about it that I would like to show you real quick. So I think we'll just walk, and I want you to see this. So I'm just not going to talk for a second. It's so big. Guys, I'm tiny. I'm tiny compared to this thing. Look how tiny I am. Look, I go up to this spot on my mount, and then like, it's huge. That also looks really cool. Look at that. Doesn't that look cool? I don't know. I feel like that could be like a really cool screenshot. All right, here's the spot I want to show you. This is really cool. Neat room. And then right here, there's some more statues. This is called the Lonely Span. And it's called the Lonely Span because there's a big empty span of loneliness. Don't feel lonely though, guys. We're all here. And then it goes into, you can kind of see some orc, Urukai goblin. I'll figure it out. Campfires over there. They all blur after a while. And then this is entering even a bigger part of the city, which heads to the 21st Hall. You got some giant axes here that look pretty freaking cool. I guess they're just purely for cosmetic. I forgot this was even here, these axes. I don't think I've even ever walked over here very much. Dude, look at these. So cool. Look how cool they look. All right, so technically, this leads down a path that will lead you to the 21st Hall. But there is a really cool room that I just want to show you right over here. And then I'm going to take a fast travel to show you another spot. And then we will check out the last few spots. We've covered Moria pretty well here in this stream, guys. I don't know if we'll be able to like cover, again, like I said, every square inch. But there's a lot. Here's a big old area that's now kind of controlled by orcs. There's some more pathways down there. You can do it! Yeah. Want to play Return to Moria as a fan? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, true. Yes. So again, there's pathways that go all over, but this is the broadways. Sorry, yeah. So then if you go down here, look at this. The dwarves are like holding these lanterns. So cool. And then look at all these cool different colors of crystals. The wide halls. So again, these go to totally different locations. You can go south. It's so big. It's such a big place. But this is what I want to show you. This room is very fancy. All right, the dwarves like spared no expense in this room. Look at this room, you guys. It's covered in gold. The Great Hall of Duran. They were not kidding when they said the Great Hall. Look at how they carved these pillars. Isn't that cool? Gosh, look at this place. Looks so good. I just can't believe, by the way, guys, I am using no visual mods on my game. So this is purely just my good graphics card and full everything graphics. And again, I have a UI video on how I make my game look like this. And granted, there are going to be some exceptions depending on the quality of your monitor and graphics card and stuff. But it's a pretty good game. If you have decent stuff, it's gonna look pretty darn good. All right, so which way do we want to go now? So this goes to Zelmelek, which we were the second hall. So we have now covered this one. We've covered all of this 21st Hall, pretty much all this mid area, half of the Great Delving, Silvertine Lodes mostly, Waterworks. All we haven't done is gone to the top and seen the Belrog, which we're gonna probably do last. I want to hit up the Redhorn Lodes, the Flaming Deep. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna teleport real quick to the 21st Hall, and then we're gonna take a fast travel to the front so you can see the front door real quick. Because if you haven't seen that, it's like, you know, the doors of Duran. It's literally what we see in the Lord of the Rings movie. So let's go to the front door.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
And the dwarves are, let me just double check what it's called. Duran's Threshold, it's called. Can I not go to Duran's Threshold from here? I thought I could. Can I go to Dolven-view? I might just go to Dolven-view. Yeah, we'll go to Dolven-view. We'll do that. And then maybe we'll walk over to the front door because there's some cool spots I can show you on the way. I'm kind of like inverting all the ways I would normally go, like to show you in order. We're kind of like doing it backwards, but that's all right. I think we're having fun. All right, so let me do a quick little, okay, I have the plan. I know exactly the spots to show you guys. So again, this is the Great Dolven-view. You saw the right half already. There is a massive, amazing geode down here, and there's like a big city complex underneath this thing we're standing by. Again, these are like living quarters. There's this giant cool thing right here that I have to show you because it's just way too cool to pass up. Here's an adorable little bug. Okay, it's a little bit creepy actually. But yeah, I actually, for some weird way, I think these things are kind of adorable, but also kind of disgusting. So, you know, It's up to you. So here's what I want to show you right here. This is an amazing spot. Another side. So this way goes to the crossroads. Remember, when we jump down the well is like you go through a passageway and you get to the other side, right? You go up through that and you go to the chamber where we are. This little arrow down here in the Great Delving. There is a giant library over there. We're not going to check out the library. There's technically a library underneath us too we can look at. It's a little bit destroyed, but there's some old scrolls and books and stuff in there over there. That big building. It's pretty cool though. A pretty darn cool looking area, I think. I like it. Yeah, look at those dwarven statues. All right, so on we go. Let's look at the geode, and then I want to show you Duran's Threshold, the front door, and then we're gonna hit up the Flaming Deeps. Oh, here's a library. I forgot. There's a library right here. This is a smaller one, not nearly as big as the other one I was talking about. This is the Chamber of Wisdom. This is actually going to be in one of your quests to do. I think in the main chapter. But we got some books and very old broken ladder. Poor ladder. Yeah, anyway, kind of cool. All right, we'll go out over here. Are we going to do some Return to Moria? Probably. I don't know. I'm probably going to make some Return to Moria videos soon. I wasn't sure I was going to plan on doing a stream. But my family's probably going to need me some help tomorrow with stuff. I'm not sure. I'll see. But we might do a Return to Moria stream. That might be kind of fun. I'd like to do something in the morning my time because it'll let people in Europe be able to join us. Since it's Saturday, too. So yeah, we'll see. I'll let you guys know. It would probably be scheduled like an hour after the stream is done, so if it is. Check out this though, look at this. So this is a great complex that you can actually walk through, but look at this geode. Look at how cool this thing is. Oh man, that is so cool. Now that's a geode. And by the way, there are some of these things in real life that are pretty darn big. Maybe not quite at that level, but pretty darn big. Pretty, isn't it? And it's got like a word on the back here. Kind of cool. A great geode the dwarves found. And then again, you can walk through this old complex. It's like maybe it's apartment buildings. I don't know. Kind of cool. Yes, I definitely want to play some Return to Moria. I also want to play some Shadows of Mordor and Battle for Middle-earth, but I definitely been missing. I got to do some more Return to Moria. This is a cool area back here. It just looks kind of cool. The Vault of Duran. Got some old webs moving slowly in the breeze. It just goes to show you there is a breeze in underground here. I love how this dwarf is broken, but his statue light's still going. It's still glowing. So it looks so cool. Things like that are just, I think, look visually so cool in this game. I love the lighting in this game. I like the lighting in Return to Moria too. Though I will say I'm still a little bit grumpy that they changed it so much. I liked it before better. I really wish they'd put a toggle on for that. Oh, this is another entrance to the Deep Way. Remember I was telling you there were some other secret entrances to get around? So that's another one. They're all over. There's like 6 of them in Moria. What do I have to do to get you to play Return of the King? Well, for one, I gotta get it on the computer. Wait, I do have it on the computer. Oh, you know what? My old disc doesn't work. I have to figure it out. I'll have to probably download something. We'll find out. I have to buy it online from like... I know there's a site called Good Old Games that sells them. So maybe they have a one. Is it on Steam? It's not on Steam, is it? I don't think it is. By the way, just a real quick look at these tunnels. Look at this, it's so cool. So if you get confused and lost, you can find these little markers and follow the markers to get through the mines here. So this is an area, this is technically where you'd come into Moria. The cavern is dark, Zollin. Travel with care. Look at this is kind of cool. Big hole with stuff in it. And then, with crystals, I mean. Over here, there is goblins. There's a goblin camp over there. And then we follow up this crevice here into this passageway. this will lead us to the front Duran's threshold. There's an old library here. This is the Chamber of Deep Thought. A little bit more damage than the other one. You'll need to find that one too. Over here, there's some very cool housing areas that you have to help this dwarf and everything. But if you go down here, there's actually a whole housing complex, which is pretty cool. You can kind of run around down there. There's a quest for that, but we're going to skip that right now because I want to kind of finish up the main areas here. So here is Duran's Threshold. It's a little different than how they portrayed it in the movies. That's the front door. There is technically a giant forge over here. I'll show you real quick. Forget what's on the other side. I think it's just blocked off, but look at these cool crystal lamps. Duran's Threshold, North Wing. They've got some water and those things and forges. This is a forging area that the dwarves are starting to forge stuff again. They're working hard. But hardly working. Hey, I was just kidding. Alright. Guys, I was forged in the fires of Moria. I feel like it should do massive damage. There, if you go to the one in Thorin's Hall, you stand in it actually will kill you if you're low level. But there's some water here, probably to cool off, you know, quench the weapons. All right, then if we hop down here, whee! You kind of see how big this is. Get on this dwarf's guys. Oh, they can't stand on his arm apparently. So this is the epic entrance to Moria. I think you guys have seen this a few times, but that is the epic entrance to Moria right there. Again, it is different than the version we see in the movies, which is cool. I think they wanted to go for a darker feel in the movies, but I think this is probably more realistic to the book since it's like a giant kingdom. It wouldn't be really a tiny little entrance unless it was a side door or something. And technically this wasn't a side door, it was one of the main doors. So, because it was one of the main doors of trade with the elves of Aragian, right? So, moving on. The Return to Moria kind of copied the movie version, which was good, I think, for sake of most people have seen the movies. But I do like Lotra's version. I think it looks good. Here's outside. It is apparently raining outside. Didn't know that. Weather changes in the game. It's going to be raining at my house really hard soon, too. But this is the door. The doors have been opened already, so technically the lighting is off and they're just kind of normal. Can I close them? You do not have permission to use that. Oh, well. I guess I ain't the Lord of Moria here like in Return to Moria. So, anyway, it's kind of cool. Oh, the lightning. See that lightning effect? That was kind of cool. So this is the pool. This is the pool you do not want to disturb. I'm disturbing the water, guys. I'm doing it. Okay, anyway, don't want to risk my goat's life. It's not actually gonna. The water technically isn't in the pool right now. That's why there's a raid. Anyway, this is beautiful. I'm tempted to just go into Aragian because it's so pretty right now. Now it's daytime, but I think we're gonna go and see the Balrog. You want to see the Balrog, right?
Welcome to
So
Khazad-dûm.
here's the actual plan to finish up our stream. We're gonna teleport down to the Waterworks, cross through this little passageway into the Flaming Deeps. I'm just gonna run down the Flaming Deeps path here so you can kind of see what it looks like. We're not gonna cover the entire place because it's too big. And we're also not gonna cover this bottom side of Melek or whatever. I'm just gonna get to the Redhorn Lodes. Oh, you know what? Actually, I may go up the path and travel the path and go to the Redhorn Lodes that way. And we'll run through the Redhorn Lodes, see the foundation stone, see the bottom of the staircase, maybe see a little Easter egg, and then we'll go to the top of the mountain. That's gonna finish up our stream. So first I need to go to the deep descent. Apparently I can't swift travel, so I am going to use my map to go to the 21st Hall, make it a little faster, because I don't want us to have to wait 5 minutes. That's probably how long it'll take to travel. All right, God's servant. Moria is really interesting and well lit for an underground place. Yes, the theme for crystal dwarves are so, yes, it is. The crystals are very cool. That's why I had a lot of fun making my lore video about did dwarves live in dark places. That's like the title. Like, they didn't. The whole thing of Tolkien's lore with dwarves
The time has
is
come
that
to drive forth the
it
orcs
is,
from our kingdom.
let's see, can I go to the chamber of, I meant to go to Dolven-view and then go to the other one. The whole thing is that the dwarves are also a good race, right? They're not evil. I feel like sometimes the movie gives them a bad rap. They're like greedy and they just hide in their holes. No, they've done a lot to help the other races of Middle-earth. They do care about the elves and men and later hobbits, right? They're definitely caring people, even though they can be rather stern and grouchy and sometimes very greedy.
May Duran return soon.
But
to his house.
let's see. I want to go to this one. But they kind of like, their thing is like they bring darkness. They bring light to the dark places of Middle-earth, because like there's a lot of evil that festers in the dark places in Tolkien's lore. Hence the nameless things, which are, I feel, a little bit more represented better in Lord of the Rings Online, The Return to Moria. I feel like they didn't have enough creatures. But maybe they'll add some in the future. That would be kind of cool. Maybe make a different part of the deeps of Moria. I think that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, the dwarves are kind of like, they bring light to dark places. That's like, they're the good of the deeps, right?
Fight for dwarves.
They're fighting the evil underground, which is very prevalent in Lord of the Rings Online. They really delve into storylines that Tolkien didn't even tell us about, right? It's like legend. I would call it legends though, because maybe not canon, because it's not from Tolkien directly all the information, but I would call it like legend because it's so high quality, the storytelling, that I feel like it fits in perfectly. It doesn't hurt Tolkien's lore. It just adds to it. It's a beautiful, beautiful mesh of storytelling. Because, you know, Tolkien didn't do every little thing. Tolkien is probably one of the most insanely to the T giving us details of any author I've ever read, of course. That's why his world's so amazing. But again, he left a lot of stuff open, right, to make it awesome for us as, you know, imagination. And really, when it comes to an MMO like Lord of the Rings Online or a good game like Return to Moria, it opens up a lot of stuff that, like, okay, we have all these bases of what things looked like and the crystals and this and that, but like, he doesn't really explain what the nameless look like. What do they look like? And then that's where they kind of like, the creativity comes in, right, for the game designers. And I think they are an amazing job with Lord of the Rings Online. It's auto running right now, so I'm able to talk, which is nice. How's it going tonight? It's going great. How are you? So yeah, I think that's pretty cool that dwarves kind of bring the darkness to light places. I really was happy to hear that's when Return to Moria's creators were saying that, like Lotro, where it's like, well, the dwarves are like, you know, they're down there fighting the evils of the deeps and making it a good and wholesome place, you know, instead of evil. And I think that was cool when they said that. That's why I was really excited about before the game came out. And then it happened that Return to Moria was a very good game. Very nice indeed. And granted, right, Return to Moria, the gameplay itself, there's some very unique things, and there's some stuff that's very generic from a survival game perspective. But I think they did it very nicely. That's always going to be the case with games. There's always going to be building blocks in gaming, right? And then as the viewers and players are the ones that get to choose what we like and don't like, right? And if some companies are, you know, copy-pasting too much, then we tell them with either our words or our pocketbooks. Or in the USA, it'd be the wallet. Oh, there was a player. That was that bear you just saw? That was a Bjorning. Again, here's the Waterworks. If you missed it, if you weren't here like 40 minutes ago, we already looked into this area, but we're now going to travel to the Flaming Deeps. Yeah, we are having a lot of fun exploring Moria and stuff. I'm kind of within my time, because technically the first 25 minutes, I was trying to do our exploration as 2 hours. We probably got another 30 minutes. Is probably going to be until we get to the Balrog. We're going to see the Balrog's corpse at the end of this. But I definitely, we had a little fun. I gave some sneak peek to you. You guys can watch it on the video when it comes out later. But I got a new helmet and stuff for my birthday, so I'll make some review videos soon on all that as well. All right, so I'm good now. Now I want to start writing. So if I go this way, and feel free to ask more questions, I'll try to keep up as I am your host and guide and walk you through Moria here. Let's see. Okay, I love having that no break your leg buff on. So cool. Oh, whoa, look at the water into there. That's cool. Again, they're huge. Look at how big the waterworks are, you guys. Crazy. All right, so here is basically the passageway is through here. There's some neat little areas here. Cool little tunnel we go through right here. And then might get some lighting changes, but we're going to cross over. This is not water, this is smoke coming down from under the earth and fire. So we are near, this is the Flaming Deeps. I think it's appropriately named location. Hence the flaming and smoke in a deep place. There's still some water here pouring in from the Waterworks, kind of like putting it out. But they probably did that on purpose, the dwarves. It's probably to keep the lava under control. They probably have to do it at a slow pace. But there you go. It's kind of like molten black lava-ish with like fire and stuff. It's pretty freaking cool. It's a neat area. Again, it was probably part of a mining stuff they used. There's kind of a like an instance over here, a raid. This is kind of a cool spot right here. The Crossroads of Ash Ketchum-all. Oh no, wait, no, that's Pokemon. Just Ash. An ancient statue here. There's actually some. These are some barricades. There's some people that live here, some dwarves, and then this is an actual dungeon over here, an instance. But we are actually going to head north. I told you I was only going to kind of show you the center of this place. Technically, there's some areas to walk around in the back, so that will lead us in. Actually, we need to go that way, so we will go that way. I didn't realize it was cut into 2 different sections. Forgot about that. So you can kind of go down to the bottom and actually go into the lava. It will hurt you. I don't know at my level if I would die very fast if I jumped in it, but here's the gate of the 7 fathers. So these dwarves are not supposed to be Duran. These are supposed, well, I guess the Deathless would be on here during the Deathless. But the other ones are supposed to be the 7 fathers of the dwarves, which is kind of cool. Oh, I love Moria. Game is beautiful. It really is, Norman. It really is. Happy birthday. Oh, thank you. Yes. I mean, I got them a little late because I had to search for the items. They were for my birthday. Technically, it was the end of December, but small chance of success, certainty of death. What are we waiting for? Yes, exactly. Or as Lord Kev in the famous words of Zollin, behind those doors is probably death and adventure. But most likely death. No, behind those doors is adventure, but most likely death. But we'll still have fun. All right, there's the lava. That was so funny when you caught that. And I went back and listened, I was like, that is so funny. All right, so again, the great forges. Look at this. Look at the fires and things. And these are like evil orcs that have been taken over by lava. And then there's some fiery grims here. And there's some stuff to explore back here. But I want to follow the road, so we're going to try to get back to the road here. Technically, that passageway back there leads us also to the Redhorn Lodes. But I'm going to take the main road because there's some cooler spots for you to see if I take the main road. Dude, look at these lizards. Look at these guys. Look at how cool they look. Look at how cool he looks. Is that not just like the absolute coolest creature? I just think these things are so freaking cool. Look at him. Look at him. He's so cool. That's pretty cool. All right, moving on. I'm admiring the wildlife. I wasn't as much of an admirer when I was being killed by them at level 55, though. All right, this is pretty cool. So this is like an old statue right here, which is just, I think, super cool. There's some... And look at that lighting, you guys. Look at this lighting on the roof and stuff coming in. Isn't that cool? And there's the flaming fiery deeps. Woo, flames! Yeah, it's pretty cool. This game is so cool. How many times have I said cool this stream? Maybe like 40, 50, 60? But it's not that cool. It's actually hot, boiling hot lava. So this is another location you can travel around in. I want to travel to the Redhorn Lodes, so I need to go up this path and go right. This is another area you're going to come to do quests and help out these dwarves. I like how this guy is probably not the cleanest and organized of dwarves, considering he has gems all over his seat. He just kind of puts them everywhere. It's kind of cool. Those are cool weapons. Yeah, so you help these guys out. They're on a planning mission, and you'd like try to help them out in the story. So, yeah, if you want to play the game, guys, it's a free-to-play game. It's pretty good. And yes, you can play all of Moria free-to-play. It's all part of free-to-play. Is this the way I want to go? I think I may have wanted to take a right turn up those stairs. Oh, gosh. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think I want to go up these stairs. I think? When in doubt, go up the stairs. You can always jump down. Wow. By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's actually like a little lighting circle around me. That's my ambient light. You can always turn that up in your settings. It really helps out with visuals if you're in a dark area. I think I picked the correct way. I don't think that leads up to anywhere. I think that goes down to the lower city. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I picked the right direction. Fingers crossed. And then let's see, can I go right here? I can. Good. Yes. Yes, precious. There's a bridge. That's that. Yep. Oh, and there is the spot we would have been underneath. And that's why sense of direction is important in this game sometimes. Oh, thank you for liking the stream, everybody. I appreciate it. What are we at with likes? I don't even know. Why did my hold on here. It's weird. My thing's not showing me the likes. Oh well, whatever. Oh, you know what? I know why. I'm on the wrong menu. That why? Not important. Whatever the likes are at. Great job, guys. Doesn't matter that much anyway. It does support the channel, and it's free to do. So if you can, thanks so much. And subscribing is also great. Leaving a comment. And I found out watching after this is pretty good too. Okay, so these things are kind of cool. Watching a video after one of my videos apparently is a big thing that helps the algorithm know that you like it. So if you ever watch one of my Little Tales and click the next one on the screen, you're doing a service. Thank you. So these are kind of cool. They're called dwarf traps. That's actually for a quest. And I'm pretty sure it will kill orcs if they get hit by it. Let's see. Is it doing anything? It's kind of wounding him? Maybe it's just, oh, you know, it's part of the quest. Oh, well. Dude, that's a scary trap, though. I don't know why the other one's staying there, though. Yeah, it's not like, you can't hurt me. I'm too high level. Wow, the animation was actually kind of cool how it stopped. Man, that thing looks... Okay, I don't know what it is. It must be updates since I've played in Moria, but that looks so much better than it did back in the day. Graphically. All right, guys, here's the Red Horn loads. So this is kind of like the little camp out you come to help them out at. It's pretty cool. This is called Orc Watch. What do you think they do here, guys? Oh, gosh. I wonder what they do with a name like that, guys. Maybe watch for orcs? All right. Oh, stop. Sorry. There it is. The Red Horn loads. Is that not freaking awesome or what? Look at that. Look at those gloriousness right there. It's glorious. So yeah, it's a giant mining operation. There's lots of little tunnels and stuff, and they find different materials here. Obviously, there's actually like a city down here. So we will travel through the Red Horn loads right now. There's actually a quest to help like clean up like manure on the way down. I think that's what this is right here. It's like, oh, can you clean up after my goat? You're like, I guess. Yeah, dude, this is like a city and mining town. Dude, listen to the sound effects. Nice. You'll be at 8K by March. Oh, dude, you mean subscribers? That would be cool. That would be cool. We're really growing the community, and I really appreciate everyone's support. Because guess what? As a content creator, you can't grow your channel if people aren't enjoying your stuff and watching and doing the subscribing and liking part. Hey, look, another player. Tindurin. The elf hunter, I'm guessing? Is he a hunter? Yeah, classic. Oh, it's fun to play a hunter. It's a fun class. What does this go to? The Orc Watch. Oh, wait. There's like... Did they add a door now that you can go up and down? Dude... That wasn't there freaking 10 years ago. They've added a lot of quality of life improvements to Lotro over the years with things that were like annoying. And that was one of them, running up and down. That's a nice addition. So anyway, here is the like a little city. We'll do a little zigzag through the city. You can see it real quick. Here, I will actually just go away for a minute so we can kind of just see the city. Yes, I will definitely, just like Lotro, I will not stop doing Lotro content. We will definitely do more Return to Moria stuff. Ooh, look at this. See, so again, it was a pretty cool city. There's an old, like, support beam that goes, what does that go to, a mine or something? Yep. Oh, yeah, this is, I remember this. This is actually like an instanced area that they added. Iron Garrison. Alright, the Galadrim. An elf is down here for some reason. No, I'm just kidding. There's a lore reason for that, but... Alright, we're traveling through. These are the Great Red Horn Lodes. I kind of want to show you this area right over here, so I'm going to keep riding slowly. You can kind of see they have train tracks, and they have, like, grinding mills here. They got some damage on that one, but... They would work on stuff. Now it's just kind of Moria orcs everywhere. Couple occasional white hand orcs too. Because at this time, Isengard, Saruman is trying to get favor with the orcs of Moria and goblins to kind of side with him to help him out. Yeah, these are all like train tunnels, and because you can see there's actually like train rails on some of the ground. Man, look at it. It's huge. I mean, we were over there, and we've been walking for a couple minutes. All right, here's another, I guess some kind of altar to Sauron. You guys desecrated a forge, I see. I thought there was a train track over here somewhere, but I think I'm just in the wrong spot. I think they're on top, too, but... Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's see here. Yeah, it says they're train tracks. They must be on top, too. Of the things. You know, rail carts and stuff, right? Technically didn't have a train. They're like rail carts. To make sure I don't confuse people. But yeah, this place is pretty big. Anyway, there's some kind of rail over here somewhere, but we're not going to keep looking for it. I'm going to go this way, and we're going to go now to the Foundations of Stone. And by the way, this is the Grand Stair up here. This was one of the coolest instances back in the day. I used to run this over and over because I had really good loot. So our kinship would just run it over and over and over. It'd be kind of fun to run. Oh my giant scary hole in the ground. Okay, we're not gonna go there. I just almost died. Didn't even realize that was a drop. You gotta be careful in Moria, guys. They're just random drops sometimes, so you'll die if you're not paying attention. Yeah, I know, you could take inspiration from Lotro to build and Return to Moria. This is true. So anyway, it's very cool, the Endless Stair, but we're gonna kind of cut that out because I don't know how to get up to it right now. This is getting kind of, so these spiders are an infected spider. So there's this type of fungal spore in Lord of the Rings Online. These fungus things that kind of infect the orcs and the spiders with their like poisonous evilness. And yeah, that's a word, guys. No, just kidding. I don't know. All right, so anyway, we're gonna head down into the deep places of the world. So this is kind of like, you know, again, you'll probably see some inspiration from Return to Moria, but this is kind of where we get into. There's no nameless yet. I'll point one out, but this is an orc that's been infected. They're called Globsnaga. They're basically infected orc, and I believe, if I remember from the lore, there's kind of like almost a hive mind thing happening with the mushrooms when they infect the orcs. So they don't really have their own will anymore. Dude, that spider is terrifying. He's obviously not infected, but boy, is those textures on that thing super cool. And also stay away from whatever that thing is. It might not be a diamond like a Black Widow, but if you ever see a spider as big as your dog, don't go near it. That's what I would say. Gosh, man. Just think about how scary that is, because spider... Oh, gosh, we're not going to go into that. Never mind. Welcome to the Foundations of Stone. Here's a poor old goblin that's been taken over by the fungus. Yep. Classic Indiana Jones. No. I forget if they did that in Indiana Jones, but... Let's see. Which way do I want to go? So I want to travel deeper. That goes back up. Are you lost here? Take the goat back to the Shadow Refuge. Oh, that's nice. I could just take the goat? Sure, I'll take a goat. Teleport me down to the Shadow Refuge. All right, that got us a little lower. What a kind dwarf there. Making sure we don't get lost. So we're deep in the enemy's plan. No, we're deep in the Foundations of Stone now. I am going to turn the music down a little just so we can hear the sound effects a little better. Because the sound effects are kind of cool in here. So this area, you go in here for a quest. The Gwathrendeath. There's some elves that are here. There's actually like a big threat you have to deal with. I don't really want to give you spoilers. But I'm pretty sure in a Lotra Tale I showed you this spot, but a while back. A little water here and some stuff down here. Kind of cool looking. But yeah, you help the elves deal with a big threat that they're worried about dealing with. Because they want to help the dwarves, but they also, wink wink, want to make sure Lothlorien's safe. So, there's a big threat that you help deal with in the story. Yes, Duran. I hate spiders. Like Ron Weasley when he says that. I hate spiders. Moria is not wheelchair friendly. No, I don't. Yeah, I mean that the cities might be, but not the mines. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna. There's some really cool, like, scary, evil spots in the walls that I wanted to show you, but I don't remember where they are. I thought there was one down around the corner. Hey, I have a quest to turn in that I never turned in.
Greetings, friend. Are you lost?
Greetings, friend. Are you lost? My thanks, Zollin. It won't be long before... others decide to fiddle with it again, I'm sure, but for the time being, it's just a bit brighter down there, don't you think?
Sweet. Hey, it actually gave me a tiny, teensy-weensy bit of experience points. We're just gonna jump down here. I still have the immunity. So these are the scary, dark, scary holes. So I'm gonna descend even deeper into the Foundations of Stone because we're not quite as deep as we can go. So we'll keep going. Whatever leads farther down, we'll go farther down. This guy's cool. He's actually a named fungus troll. You can see he's a thing of nightmares. That is what we call, my friends, nightmare material right there. Bort, come for Lotra, leave with solid life advice. Well, I try. No. Oh, man. I do tend to weave in other fun subjects in our conversation. Hopefully it's fun for everybody. All right. I pretty much just do what I enjoy doing, and as long as you guys are having fun and I'm having fun, that's right. Oh, that's what's right. But here it is. Here's one of the nameless. All right. This is a snarling overseer. They're one of the nameless. He has no eyes. He looks like a devil, which is, and he walks like some kind of demon faun, which I feel is appropriate. This is not how they all look, but this is like some of the nameless creatures. I think it's really cool what they did in Lotro, because Tolkien says that Gandalf was actually scared of the, like, not scared, but like, I mean, sort of. He was really uneasy about the nameless things, and he was actually kind of happy when he was fighting the Balrog because they didn't really mess with him because the Balrog was such a huge monster. They didn't really come out of the shadows because he had all that fire and evilness. So yeah. So for some reason there is a Oh, he's an infected. Oh, dude. Yeah, that doesn't look so good. You might want to get that checked out on your eye there, Mr. Urukai. Ew. Pretty sure you have to, like, cleanse that or something. I'm going back up. I want to go down. What am I doing wrong here? I think I'm going the right way. Maybe it just goes up and down a little bit to get to that. All right, there's another on the nameless. There's a troll. Ah, yes, here we are. Okay, so here is the spot, you guys. You also got these little fungus lamps that probably the nameless put up. Here it is, guys. We have the Great Lake. So this is the foundation. I'll go around and show you the whole lake. There's the bottom of the endless stair, like the very beginning of the stream, right? We saw that the other side. I'm gonna wait a second because YouTube just said it inserted an ad. So I'm gonna give like 10 seconds to let people finish the ad or skip it. If you watch the ad, it does support the channel if you watch it fully, but I never obligate anyone for that, so feel free to skip if you'd like. I put it on very conservative ads on my streams because I don't want to just spam you. Stay away from the dog-sized spiders. Yes. Fungus troll. Yes, it is a fungus troll indeed. So there is the end, the bottom of Duran stairs. Blockers. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Whoop. And by the way, if you're someone that does pay for the YouTube Premium, whatever, they do split some of that for the content creator. Just a side note. I wasn't sure when I learned about that. I was like, does that like just cut out on support? It doesn't. So that's kind of cool. YouTube is good about that. All right, here it is, guys. There it is. The great foundations of stone. The deep, evil lake. It's not really evil, but it's a little bit green. Probably not healthy for you. There's the endless stair, which we will climb up a little for fun right now. There's something I do want to show you. It's kind of like an Easter egg, so we're just going to ride through down here. You can kind of see the opening in the ceiling where the Belrog on them came in, but again, for game mechanics, like I said, at the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, they couldn't really show the hole all the way down because technically they're a different spot. Look at this scary spot. Why do these spiders have like 2 men? Oh, it's so scary. Yeah, maybe we're not going to go down this tunnel. Never mind. There's another life advice. Scary tunnel, don't walk down it. Scary side street, maybe don't walk down it. Man, look how big this place is, you guys. How's that for... There's the endless stair right there. Pretty cool, right? The endless... The Great Lake. So again, we are here on the map, going around the lake right now. There's technically a raid over here. Or actually, the raid is down here. To Bagud. That's quite a mouthful. Here's the little Easter egg I wanted to show you. Remember I promised you guys an Easter egg? Yes. I don't actually see any other types of nameless besides those walker ones. We'll just, whoop. Actually, it looks quite pretty with the fungus on the water. I'm assuming that fungus is, like an algae, too, in the water. All right, so here's your Easter egg. What is this? Remember the bridge was missing a piece? So, the bridge shards, so these are the 2 of the pieces of the bridge, the middle of the bridge, that were up, and technically this should be open, but again, for game mechanics, it can't be, but that would go up to the bridge, where they fell, you know, to the darkest depths, and then they climbed up. In the book and the movie, they say the tallest tower to the highest point, which is literally starts at the bottom of the most low spot of Moria and travels to every location, height, all the way up to the top of the mountain where the tower is, Duran's tower. And here's the other Easter egg. What's that, guys? What is it, precious? That looks a lot like Gandalf the Grey's hat. So, Gandalf the Grey's hat, which, by the way, I don't know if you guys remember, Return to Moria did a similar Easter egg, even though this is way older than Return to Moria. But I still think that's kind of fun that they both did the same little Easter egg where he lost his hats. I don't even know in the movies if they said he lost his hat. Because he came back as Gandalf the White and just had new stuff. So, I mean, in the books. So I think that's just kind of a fun thing the games both decided to do. So yeah. There it is, my friends. That is the scary tunnel over there into the raid. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the lake. I wanted to show you what World Eaters looked like. Spoiling with the name. But yeah, I kind of want to show you, how do I get out of this accursed lake? Don't swim in strange liquids either, guys. Like I'm doing right now in real life. If something doesn't look like regular water and it's like glowing green, probably don't swim in it, because it's probably radioactive or something. Pretty sure like there's a superhero that did that wrong. You don't get powers, guys. That's not a real thing. Don't swim in green liquid. Okay, how do I get out of this lake? Does the map show me a spot to get out? Oh, I think over there. Isn't there a spot I can get up over there? They must have left spots to get out of the lake. Otherwise, you'd be trapped in here. By the way, you see that, a little fun story? See that one rock pillar up there? One of these rock pillars? There's actually a keg that if you drink it in your house, it'll teleport you somewhere random. And my friends first were like, yeah, Zollin, drink out of this keg in the game. I was like, what does it do? And they're like, oh, you'll see. Because I was really young at the time. Like, I was really young, right? I forget how old I was. I don't even know. I was like 11. I don't even remember. They're like, yeah, just drink out of the keg. You'll see. And I might have been younger than that, actually. But my guy like goes, oh, and like gets drunk and falls over and everything goes dark. And then like my guy wakes up and he's like up here in Moria, right? And I'm not even like max level. And then my guy, like, it says on my thing, it's like, you're a sad panda. You lost your pants. And like my character has no pants. It's like, what happened? So funny. It's actually such a funny meme. I love how it's signed, yes. Yeah, Bort, you see a talking rat? Where is Twitch from League of Legends? Exactly. All right, here's some other creatures I want to show you. So this, my friends, looks like something straight from Alien the movie, but no, it's a Vile Overseer. And he does have actually mind powers, hence why he looks like he's got an itch. He just stuck his claw in his brain. I'd like to point that out. This guy has spikes on his back. Yeah, Howling Overseer. Here is a Dark Maw. The Nameless Things. Now I know they technically have names right now in Lotro, but that's not what it means. Shrieking Dark, they had to give him some kind of NPC name. Holy moly, that one guy freaked. Look at this guy, dude. Looks straight out of a freaking horror movie. Again, I think this is the only part of Lotro that's a little scary for kids. I'm trying to remember, like, oh gosh, they have like alien eggs, dude. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. It's so freaking creepy. Oh my gosh, I don't remember the entrances to the boss room. Oh dude, look at this thing. A blind strider. Oh my gosh, dude, look at this. Look at this thing, dude. You know, it's funny because I do feel like they got a little inspiration with the horns for the Return to Moria one, even though they made it more like it was like a boar or a cow or something. But I love how they walk like this, dude, and like stand up straight. Gosh, man, they're really creepy. They did a really good job with this. So again, Gandalf was a little bit scared of these things, and in Lord of the Rings Online, you actually learn more why. It's not just like, he'd probably do fine against some of these creatures by himself, like what ones we're looking at. But, you know, again, Tolkien didn't say this is how they look. This is all interpreted by Lotro. I like to always tell you canon versus legend, right? Differences. But, it's pretty scary. Pretty scary. But, there's some other creatures that lead the nameless that are nameless themselves. We're not naming them. Classic Voldemort twist. The whole thing, he shall not be named. I'm kind of curious if she got that, J.K. Rowling got that from Tolkien's Nameless. She's like, ooh, that's kind of a cool, mysterious way to make them scary. But yeah. Was again off the white. He never needed the blue. Wizards? The blue wizard's hat? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I didn't even realize, was it? That's kind of cool. All right, so here is the actual entrance to the raid, and I may just hop in the front door and see these runes are like, so dwarves have like runic power, and I'm pretty sure the nameless also have some runic power, but I think these dwarven runes originally were to kind of suppress the evil, and then you have to do the dark delving, which is a big 12-man raid. But I'm just here to show you
in the deepest delvings of
one
Moria
thing.
dwell nameless things which shun the light and feed on the darkness.
It's
The elves of Lorien strive to constrain the vile creatures, but led by the evil Gurvond, they may be too strong to hold back forever.
Pretty cool. So anyway, if you go in here, you get slowed down if you're in the dark. The rune stones are actually from the dwarves. They give a bonus for the elves. This is one of the maw creatures. I'll kill him real quick. You already saw this guy, but yeah, Zollin is beyond this evil now. Be gone! So actually, if these fall off the roof, and if you touch them, you get stuck, and it spawns these gel things. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh dude, my one kinmate used to troll us so hard with that. We'd be like, don't step on, don't touch the things. And he'd be like, hey, touch. And I'll be honest, I did it a few times too, so. I was also a little bit of a troll. Sometimes, not always. I was usually pretty good if we were tryharding, but. Because you just meant more work. You didn't usually die from it, it was just annoying. But yeah, they'll drop randomly these goo things, and it's like disgusting. So I wanted to show you the World Eaters. Why were there no World Eaters in the front here? Well, this is a boss fight. This is kind of cool. This is the first boss fight of the raid. So I think you light up these runes. So this is a Void Eater. Ah!
You have gone too far. This earth is mine.
Oh, is it? You have no power here, Void Eater. He's like, wait, this is my house. What do you mean? So low level, dude. Look at him. He's so cool, dude. So cool. Anyway, so I think you can light these runes to like, and it gave a bonus to have an immunity while you fought him. And these cracks will like turn into black holes. It's really cool. It's a very cool battle. Again, I can't really show you when I'm this kind of high level. I just destroy them too easily. I still wanted to show you what a World Eater looked like. That guy was a Void Eater. He looks pretty cool too. But is there any World Eaters up here? And then we'll jump out of it. We'll continue. We'll go see the Balrog. So these are called Darklings. They're annoying. They summon more nameless creatures. Don't touch them. Oh, I touched it. Good thing I got like one shot. It can't, man. It locks you in place for 25 seconds. And you just gotta stare at Zollin for 25 seconds as he's grumpy about it. Aha! Yes, Dark World Eater. Here we go. This is the World Eater I wanted to show you, and then we can leave. This would be a fun raid to do with the kinship though sometime, guys. We could definitely do it. I would obviously not bring this high of a level, but we could do it levels like, if we wanted to do like just 6 of us or 7 of us, we could bring some like level 100s or something, characters, or 80 or something. Just make it challenging still, but this is a World Eater. So that other one was a Void Eater. This guy's a World Eater. Oh gosh, he knocked me back. I'm trying to look at him for you. Look at him, dude. He's freaking terrifying. Look at how cool he looks. You are so cool as I block his attacks. Oh man, you are just the coolest creature. All right, anyway. You're very cool. Thank you for showing us your power. He was summoning a black hole, so I had to kill him. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, this raid is pretty freaking awesome, and this is another fight with 2 of like these big ones with voices. It's really cool. I don't even remember. Do I just walk up and it starts? Do I have to like loot the box to get it to start?
Who dares come here? I smell flesh. Food for my sweets.
Yeah, dude, I love the freaking like boss voices. And I think I'll leave. Oh, he just summoned a World Eater, but now he's dead. So come here, Mr. World Eater. Another easy victory. Guys, these battles would literally take like 15 minutes back, like if you're on level. It's not easy. So anyway, I'll take my loot there, and then I'm gonna leave instance. But yeah, it's really, really cool. And there's another boss. I think there's like 4 or 5 bosses, and then there's a main boss at the end that you have to fight. Like she's like the Pestilence or something. I forget her name, but she's freaking cool. She's like, I don't want to give you spoilers, but think of her kind of like a Jabba the Hutt, but like times 20. You guys all know Star Wars. This is the Dark Delving, correct. There's a... Run, Gandalf! Okay, so now for my last trick... No, kidding. For my final trick... You guys all play League of Legends, Shaco. I'll make you disappear! He's kind of an evil clown. He's like the Joker, kind of. Alright, so we're going to see the Endless Stair real quick. And then we're going to walk up it. We're not actually going to walk up all the way. To go see the Balrog's corpse and see the top of the mountain. And it should be daytime outside, is it? Yeah, it's the afternoon now, so. All right, so here's the Endless Stair, the bottom of it where it starts. So I guess it's not that endless if it has a start and end. But I think the point is it goes up an absurd distance. I mean, this thing goes up like, I don't know, 14,000 feet of elevation? No, maybe more if it's down low. 20,000 feet of elevation? And then, of course, what would that be if, like, trying to do the metric there? It's a lot of meters. So anyway, yes. Hence the endlessness. There is a spot where you run out. There's a raid where you actually help fight the Balrog. It's like a historic thing. I don't know. I don't remember how it works and why you do it, but it's really cool. You fight up the stairs, and then you fight in the big room with the trees I showed you that aren't really trees, the carved room and stuff. Here, again, is a beautiful view of the underground foundations of stone where Gandalf and the Balrog fell. I mean, they even showed it almost bigger in the movie. That's one thing they did show bigger, but still pretty darn cool. And yeah, I think we need to go see the Balrog now. What do you guys think? I think it's time to see the Balrog of Morgoth. Wow, look at this place though, guys. Crazy. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna teleport back to the 21st Hall. And we're gonna go to the top of the mountain. And that will finish up our tour. Oh, all right. Sounds good, Duran. We're going to be done in about 2 minutes. I don't know if you want to see the end, but we're going to go see the Balrog's corpse, and that's where I'm going to end it. Let's see here. Let's go to get to the Balrog's corpse. I need to go to, I think there's a teleport out there, isn't there? I'm trying to remember how I get out of the mountain. That's a Shadow Refuge. Is it Thurrock? Is that it? Orc Watch. I think it might be. Let's see on the map real quick. I'm trying to remember. I need to get to this. Yeah, I'm right. Oh, I did it. I remembered correctly. I believe that's how I walk out to the top of the mountain. It like teleports you up to the top of the mountain. Basically, you get to the top of the tower. And I'll show you Duran's tower. Now that it's daytime, we'll be able to see it. Unless it's a blizzard out there. We are on the top of like a absurdly tall mountain.
These halls will be great once more.
Okay, so not exactly the spot I wanted, but oh, there it is. I need to go to Zollin. Yeah, can I take a trip to that?
May Duran return
Or I just have to walk to it.
his
Okay.
halls.
It's all right. We're really close. We'll be there in 30 seconds. We get to see a little bit more of the beautiful gardens of Moria. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream today. Thank you so much for liking and everything. I appreciate it so much. and you all hanging out so long. This has been fantastic. I know that not everybody can always be here for the whole time and things like that. What is this dwarf? Cartographer.
A large lynx barreled up the slope and almost knocked me down.
Oh, I'm gonna have to help. I remember him. I didn't ever finish that story apparently. I'll come back to that another day. Another video or stream. Be funny if someone be resurrected the Balrog just before you got there. Oh yeah. Real funny, Robert. Just like, here's Zollin, mountain. Whoa! Just thrown off the mountain. Zollin had about 2 minutes to think about his life decisions before he hit the ground. Falling off the mountain. Oh yeah, I know, it's been a long time. So here's the crack in the wall here. The doors to the clouds. And you can see that it's actually like, it's close to the Tower of Duran, but here we go. Right, so it is blizzard. It is a blizzard outside, okay? I don't know why, but it just makes me, in the United States, blizzards are like a milkshake thing. Sounds really good right now. So here's the mountains. If we look up, that is the top of Duran's tower. These are pieces of it that were broken off during the battle with the Balrog and Gandalf. There is stuff you can do up here and travel around a little bit. It's not a huge area, but mainly we're here to see the impact crater of the Balrog. So as you can see, you know something kind of cool? If you're right here, you're fine. There's no blizzard winds. But if you walk out where you're exposed, the animation of wind starts blowing, which is kind of a cool effect, I think. So it's very, very cold out here. Oop, down we go. Immunity, so nice. So here it is, my friends. Technically, you can go up here, and there's some old broken parts and stuff of the tower as well. Back over here, you can see it's a real small area, just right on top of the mountain. But here it is. It is going to give me a dread effect. Let me see if I can counter the dread effect. Do I have a hope token on me? Well, I'll just cast this. All right, here it is. Duran's Bane. And this is their rendition in the game. Granted, they still gave it wings. I know some people don't like the wings. I'm going to be honest, I kind of like the wings in the movie. I think they look cool. But I do understand the argument against the wings. And kind of agree with it. So, but I still think he had some kind of wings, whether it be a shadow or smoke or whatever, physical. Look at that. Look at his scary face. Look at that man. He is not a nice looking dude. Here, can I like zoom in like this? Look at that, dude. Oh gosh, he's so cool. The fact that like there's still like hot in his stomach and around the edges to me is so cool because like, you know, he's been here for like probably a year, like months already since Gandalf defeated him. And it's like still roasting. Granted, it's been like 15 years in reality, but if in the time of the game being here, apparently the dread, they toned it down because it used to make your character like be scared, and now I don't think I'm getting really any effect. Oh, I am. I guess I countered it, so it didn't affect me too bad. Yeah, so anyway, Duran's Bane, you guys. And you can see there's some old statue markers here and stuff, and we're up in the mountain chain. So we're up in the top of the Misty Mountains. So technically, Duran's Tower is one of the highest points. There's also a very high point mountain right there. But here's a Moria Prowler, or just AKA a wolf. Or warg. I guess maybe he's supposed to be a warg. Here's a cool worm. Just chilling out. I don't know how he could be up here without freezing. I feel like that's kind of a glitch, because usually they were snow worms that were up here. I don't know why this one's here that's green. Maybe he's staying warm by sitting on the Balrogs. Like, the Balrogs turned into like an ecosystem now. Like, he can live up here because of the Balrog. Because it's hot. Instead of being like in the steam vents of Moria. Anyway, guys, the Balrog of Morgoth. There it is, my friends. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me today, my friends. That was a fantastic stream. Went a little longer than I was expecting. But you know what? That was a blast. We may do something tomorrow. I don't know if I am going to be able to schedule the stream for Return to Moria, like, and give you a huge heads up, because I might have to play it by ear tomorrow, and then I'll message you guys in Discord. So if you're not in Discord, please join the Discord. It's awesome. If you don't like Discord, I understand. But We have a lot of fun in there. It's a really fun community. And you can mute channels in Discord. So if you're someone that just like, I don't want my phone to be spammed, you can mute all the talking channels that everyone's in and just keep the alert channel open, or the video channel where I tell you stuff. So then you'll just get my alert, right? So I have a video talking about that on the Lurcher Life if you need help with that, how to do it. But yeah, guys, have a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. That was so fun. Anyone got any more questions, last-minute questions for me? Thanks to my Patreons. They're the best. I appreciate them. You're all the best. But I appreciate the Patreons going above and beyond with the support. They get some extra goodies, too. Everyone can join the Discord, but they get some extra goodie channels and stuff. Sneak peeks and stuff. I will see you guys in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. Subscribe button's there if you're watching later. Other stuff's down there, all my social medias. And there's a link to Discord. It's good for a week. But if you come later, watching the video in a year from now or something, you can always go to voicereading.com. There in my social media tab, it'll always be a good link too. So it was very fun. We had a blast. We were just finishing up. All right, see you, Robert. Duran, the Deathless, from Return to Moria. Odie, Bort, everyone who's here. Thank you so much, you guys. Thanks, Vamp, for coming last second to say hi. You could probably catch up. I did a fun little show of a birthday thing I got, too, that I just kind of got today. The helmet I got yesterday and the sword I got today. So you can check that out. But I'll have some opening videos on that later anyway. Good night, everyone. Or good morning if you're in Europe. You guys have a great day in Middle-earth, but everyone on North America, have a good night. And I'll see you all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. Baruch Khazad Kuzarim, and you stay happy. And again, join our Discord, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you want to stay in touch with everything. See you in the next one, guys.